Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid?
You might be on to something.
All right, here's what's going on in the Nasty Chat.
Oh, that's a yellow card. Yellow card on Spain here as we go into the 9th minute of the 6 minutes of injury time between Spain and Portugal. Here's, I understand soccer is different. I didn't know I was going to talk about this. This just occurred to me. Why can we not have a sport in which we actually know how much time is left?
Oh, great question.
Is that too...
This says 90 plus 6.
And it's
at 8:27 and 28.
Now I get it. There's stoppage time. It's at the official's discretion. But why can we just not have it a little more definite? I mean, it's like, remember that U.S. Open? This was probably almost 15 years ago. Maybe not quite that long. Where Dustin Johnson, I think it's over. I think Spain has advanced. Did they blow it dead? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ronaldo looks upset. He did a...
I don't know if they have yet or if the goaltender needs to kick it out. No, it's over.
It's over. Yeah, there's a camera guy on the field. Remember when Dustin Johnson had that, I think it was the putt, and he said, I might have tapped it and the ball might have moved, and they didn't decide what his actual score was? He lost a PGA championship. He missed being in a playoff because he grounded his club in something that he didn't realize was a bunker, where the fans had been, but I guess they were told. But this was a U.S. Open. I think he lined up a putt, and when he was addressing the ball, he was like, I might have tapped the ball. That might have wiggled. And then they didn't tell him for sure whether or not he had a penalty stroke against him. And it was like this big deal. He's playing the back nine of the U.S. Open, and he doesn't know for sure what his score is. I mean, I think he wound up winning by 3, so it didn't matter. But if he was a shot ahead going to 18, it's like, do I need a par to win? Do I need a par to get into a playoff? Do I need a birdie to win? Soccer is like that every game with the clock. How much time is left? Well, anywhere between about 6 and 15 minutes. We need to nail this one down. It just seems like the time that they add on is never that exact. Just a minor quibble about it.
Well, and part of that too, Reid, is that you and myself, and I would imagine a lot of nasties that are listening, watching, whatever, are relatively newer to soccer.
Or only watched Euro and this, or just this. Yeah.
So, whereas, people like Iwanek and Lieutenant Eric and Hernan will say, well, that's part of the problem, part of the greatest part of the game. But for maybe it's a North American thing too, is that you need finite starts and finishes.
Yes.
Like when the clock runs out.
So the game's over. Yeah, it's not. Now, like you says in the Nasty Chat, it's minimum 6 minutes added. I get that. And I get it if they add 6 minutes and a player is down hurt for 2 minutes, they have to add that time. But it's just kind of, I don't know.
Well, let me ask you
I know it's just the way soccer is. I just wish we kind of like knew that it's like, okay, it's going to actually end at this point, not around that point when the referee decides to blow the whistle.
Okay, then let me ask you this. And actually, Guy Flaming in the chat,
good guy,
echoes my exact sentiment.
Great guy, actually.
Great guy. Why not blow the whistle? Stop the clock. When, not every time it goes out of bounds and there's a throw
in the injury time.
But in an injury, stop the clock.
Right.
Why is that such a foreign idea?
Right. So you say, right. So if a guy, I get it, the ball goes out for a goal kick, it gets kicked back in.
It's a fluid game.
Right. And a ref might say, well, that goaltender kind of dawdled. I got to add 15 seconds. I get that. But yeah, if a guy's actually down, like if, unfortunately, yesterday, Bo Levi Mitchell breaks his ankle, middle of the field, long delay. They stop the clock. Like soccer would just keep the clock running and then be like, I don't know, about 12 minutes.
28 extra minutes.
Yeah, I agree. Why not just actually, in some situations, like, for example, if a player is actually being tended to middle of the game, just stop the clock. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's immediately thrown in. Okay, fine. Keep it running.
Yeah. Fluid.
Ball goes out of bounds. There's a melee. The ref has to give out a couple yellow cards. Stop the clock.
Yeah. Tweet.
Anyway. JW says, is there an Andersen interview today? There are clips from Freddie Andersen. He did a Zoom availability this morning. I got to hop on there and ask a couple questions as well. And Freddie Andersen commenting on joining the Edmonton Oilers.
Obviously, Edmonton, I think it's been knocking on the door for a while now. Obviously, it's a team that's got aspirations to try to win, and like I said, they've been close. And obviously, it would be awesome to be part of the team to get over the hump. And obviously, I think they're very serious about it. So that's part of it. I'm really excited about that opportunity.
So Freddie Andersen, we'll hear some more clips from him over the course of the afternoon. Something's wrong with my mouse here. Over the course of the afternoon, we'll have the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel, get to some more of his clips and more discussion on him joining the Edmonton Oilers. Spain did win. 1-0 was the final. They scored just when injury time started, by the way. So Portugal is out. Ronaldo is out. U.S. and Belgium tonight. Oh, my goodness. FIFA just can't help itself, can it?
Corrupt is a word that is often associated with FIFA.
Yeah.
And this just...
They're not even trying to hide it anymore.
Trying to be secretive about it.
Right.
I mean, President Trump calls Elmer Fudd or whatever. What's the guy's name?
I think it's Infantino.
The global traveler, the private jet setter, the for we, not thee, leader of FIFA, and says, hey, we kind of need that guy. He's a good player, good guy, Balogun. He probably totally butchered his name when he was talking to him too. Balgani, good guy. And they suspend the red card.
Yeah. So he technically still has the red card on his record.
Yeah. But who cares?
Yeah. He's going to have to sit out a friendly against, the St. Vincent School for Poorly Coordinated Boys next February.
But Reid, that just the way this is going, I don't know. It just seems like USA is going to keep going on and on. And
they'll probably win tonight.
It's just such a USA thing. It's sick. Like that your arm could be twisted so easily.
Yeah.
For something that was clear. Did you see his ankle turn with Balogun's foot in the crotch of that twist? Like it was a red card is a red card is a red card.
Yeah, that game's coming up at 6 o'clock
tonight. Do you think Belgium just plays under controversy or under protest?
I wonder if they could protest the match. It wouldn't matter. Well, then who knows? It might get overturned.
Yeah, they should just play the match under protest.
Big Uke says, if you snap the ball before zeros in football and keep running, the game isn't over. Somebody else said...
Fun fact.
Yeah, true. No, I get it that the timing in football is different. It's like, so in the CFL, though they now have changed the late game kneel downs for the team with the lead in the CFL, but the CFL's theory is that the ball has to be in play when there are zeros on the clock. The NFL just says you have to, when it's zeros, the game ends.
Well, the CFL can go to zeros before the ball is snapped.
Right. But the ball has to be in play with zeros.
The ball has to be in play. You have to be at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
In the NFL, the ball needs to be snapped.
I don't compare this to what I'm talking about in soccer at all. We still know that there are zeros.
Conversation.
If it was in football, it would be like, well, we think this might be the last play of the game, but we'll know for sure after the play.
It's the last play of the game if there's zeros on the clock, unless there's a penalty.
Right, but it would be like there's just no clock, and the ref saying, "Oh, 2 minutes ago he said there's 2 minutes left,"
and it's not like it goes on for 12 more minutes.
Right, exactly.
It might go on for 12 more seconds.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, that was coming down from that Mexico-England game last night. The Spain-Portugal match did not seem to be much of a match. We had it on. Rarely did I hear the announcer's voice get excited.
Yeah.
So Spain moves on. Big showdown there with Portugal. So U.S. and Belgium tonight. Still another game coming up in Vancouver tomorrow, right? That's the final one in Canada. Of course, our Canadian team was eliminated. We'll talk about that over the course of the show. Elks' first loss of the season. Joel Dublanko, who's having an outstanding season at linebacker, will join us at 4 o'clock today to talk about his play and what went wrong for the Elks in that game. So the Elks are back at home Thursday at 7 against the Ottawa Redblacks. So that means this show, Jay and I will be, we're going to be at Commonwealth for this show, and then you and Matt just keep going for the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show at 6.
Yeah,
and then you're on after the game as well. So a big on-location day coming up on Thursday, which will be a lot of fun. And yeah, the Freddie Andersen clips will be sprinkling in throughout the show, but we'll have the oil understood at about 20 after 4. If you would like to get in touch, here's how you can do it. I referenced the post on YouTube. That's the good old nasty chat on our YouTube stream. If you are on YouTube, subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk if you haven't already. And remember to click that thumbs up button.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb.
You can email Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com, Jay at edmontonsportstalk.com. We love getting limericks. Limericks about time or the nature of time or timing in sports.
Or the time-space continuum.
Anything like that. Yeah. Send those in. We love getting your limericks. The Coob is here as well, by the way. Coob, how are you, my young friend?
Very well.
Looking
Very
good.
well. I had a great weekend.
I got a
Great
question
merch.
about the time-space
Oh, sure.
continuum.
Okay.
We got time.
Back to the Future 2 is on.
Okay.
And there's the scene where Doc and Marty go because the police have taken, what's her name in the movie? Marty's girlfriend.
Oh, I don't remember.
I
It's been
forget.
ages since I've seen those.
Anyways, the police take her in the future to her home.
Jennifer.
So Marty and Doc have to go get her. Biff Tannen or Biff Senior or Biff Grandpa version Biff
Right.
follows them in a cab. And then while they're trying to get Jennifer, I believe Biff Senior goes back in time and changes everything.
Okay.
And that's how he takes the sports almanac with him.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And he turns into a millionaire mogul, blah, blah, blah. How would he know how to drive the DeLorean? Like, how would he know all the intricacies?
I don't know.
Of how to perform and get up to speed and do all this stuff. Like, there's a major plot.
Well, it's a movie, Jay.
But
They needed it to happen, so it happened. Maybe he was on cruise control.
I mean, there's just so many. Like, no, you can't just get in the DeLorean and go back to the future.
Apparently you can't.
There needs to be training. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, that's it. That's how this all happens. Because I've watched that movie in pieces.
Yeah, it's been years since I've seen Back to the Future 2 enter. I think I've only seen them once each. The first one is obviously the best.
Like everything else in that movie, I was like, okay, I can buy into that.
Makes sense. Yeah,
But
sure.
this is just too
That's
big
too
of a
much.
plot
That's
gap.
definitely
It's just,
too much. You can text us at 780-218-9999. That is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Go to rivercreeresort.com. All the information you need there, including all the ticket information and a list of the upcoming shows, such as David Lee Roth on Friday, Collective Soul on July 28th, Streetheart and Lee Aaron on July 30th, a whole bunch of other shows coming throughout the summer, so go to rivercreeresort.com. All right, so that's how you reach us.
My buddy Murph texts me.
Good guy.
He says, bro, 88 miles an hour. It's simple as that. That must be the speed.
Right, but how would he? Yes, but
how would he know that?
How would he know that? I guess he just drove as fast as he can.
Shout out to my guy, Bobby. Thinking of you. Keep it up. Doing great. We'll see you in a couple days.
All right, and we do have a World Cup highlight here.
Oh, breaking news.
Coming in from Dogtown. This is Group D in Dogtown.
Dogtown.
Yeah, here we go. Snoopy. Marmaduke.
Come on.
Beverly Hills Chihuahua. Beethoven, bit of a clumsy touch. Little Jingo's leaving a streak. And it's Air Bud! Air Bud! No longer only a star on the silver screen. Out of the doghouse and putting the wow in Bow Wow. These four-legged footballers are lifting their legs all over the competition. Quick highlight coming in there.
The dog group.
Yeah. Group D in Dogtown.
Not going to lie. I thought this would be a great opportunity for Cooper the Corgi to make his way out.
Oh, I'm
He could
sorry.
have been in
I'm
goal.
sorry, but they're all fictional dogs.
True.
Sorry, buddy.
Airbud's not fictional. That
Well,
dog-
it's a movie.
that dog can play basketball.
Yeah, true.
That guy can do a lot.
Don't worry. There's time for Coop the Corgi to score.
Okay,
There's
I know.
time for Coop the Corgi to score.
I told him to tune in for 3:15, and he's probably
Well,
he's probably
he
heartbroken.
tunes in every day. He's fine.
Speaking of time, he doesn't know what time it is.
He's fine. There was a one of the Air Bud movies was called World Pup. One about soccer. Air Bud World Pup.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So don't worry. I think Coop the Corgi could be very heroic at some point. Wasn't he in one?
Coop
He
the
didn't
Corgi?
score. You scored one though. Did he pass it to you? I
Maybe
can't remember.
Maybe he passed it. Yeah, I think he was in.
I
one.
can't remember. He could be around for sure.
Apparently, there's corgi races coming to Edmonton somewhere.
Is that verified? Because you
I've
entered the
seen-
Calgary one.
I entered the Calgary one, and I had to retract
Did you get your money back?
It's free.
Oh, okay. So you just were like, no, I'm no longer in it.
Dog is the stars.
Oh, that's amazing. All right, let's get to the afternoon headlines for 100.3 The Bear. Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today. This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. The Elks lost to the Mangy Cats. The last time I saw Rourke be this effective, he had a sidekick named Tattoo. Hey, Jason Milne, is that deplane in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? The locals signed Muka Duka Doolin to a contract. His name is so long, it belongs in Jason Milne's pocket. Hey, did you hear England has a new national anthem? It's called God Bless the Cane. I'm Chet Palmer.
That's good. Sorry. Rourke, to be this effective, had a sidekick named Tattoo.
Yes.
What is that?
Well, help Jay out in the nasty chat, everybody.
Is that Mickey
Did I
Rourke?
just make a reference that nobody will get?
Oh, I highly doubt that.
Mr. Rourke.
Mr. Rourke?
Yeah. Tattoo. I guess you're a little too... I was pretty young when that show was on TV.
What's the plane? The plane.
Deplane,
I've heard it. I've seen it. Isn't it a
Okay,
little
this
guy?
is from Fantasy Island.
Fantasy Island.
Mr. Rourke was the boss of Fantasy Island.
Okay.
Played by Ricardo Montalban,
who
also played Khan in the Star Trek series and movie. And what was his name? Hervé Villacruz was his midget. Assistant. He was a little guy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I didn't use the proper term that's used. And he, whenever the plane came in, he would go, "Boss, deplane."
Okay, I'll have to watch this show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. A few people saying Fantasy Island. Though Deskra was guessing Magnum PI. Well, we could have. There almost was a Magnum PI goal being scored earlier today. All right. I'm sorry I made a reference that you didn't get, Jay.
Oh, no, I like it. It's good for me to know.
That show was old. I think it was late 70s, early 80s. Like,
So
I don't really remember it. I was reading about today, so people had to pay a certain amount of money to have their fantasies come true, though I think there was often a twist. I think it was a little bit of a be careful what you wish for type of thing. And then I was reading more about it. As the series went on, there were more and more suggestions that Mr. Rourke, played by Ricardo Montalban, was some sort of perhaps immortal or supernatural being who could manipulate people's wishes.
Oh, wow.
He'd been around for a very, very, very long time.
What was a wish? Like, give me an example.
Oh, I don't remember. Like, I was reading some of the episode things today.
Unlimited pop.
Probably money
Free
or
refills?
like marrying the love of your life. Yeah, unlimited pop.
Yeah.
At the movie theater. I think it were things that they had to be played out on the island. Anyway.
Caster 1990, Jay, it's not that tough to operate the DeLorean time machine. Punch in the dates and hit 88 miles per hour. Old man Biff was also hiding in the back when they hit McFly home. And he may have watched it then.
Oh, he was hiding. Okay. Well, now it all
That's the
makes
thing.
sense.
Like, how do you know? Like, you just think you press a button in it and boom, you're back in time.
July 18th, Corgi Dog Derby at Century Mile from Triple Crown. Is that what you're thinking of?
Century Mile, I'm seeing July 18th.
July 18th. So is Coop in it?
He is not entered yet. He still has to undergo drug testing. I'm concerned. We might take it all the way up to the day before.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
What drugs would he possibly be on?
Oh, Reid, it's a long story.
That's amazing. So we were very lucky. yesterday, and we'll talk more about this in Fired Up for Jemco, but came out of being at the game yesterday. You and me and Matthew Wannock were friends, were guests of our friend Damon Bunting, who brings us buying or selling every day. Courtside seats for the Stingers and the Winnipeg Sea Bears yesterday.
Yeah.
We're going to get into some details of that game in the next segment. Very exciting game, by the way. So during a halftime, we got talking about air conditioning somehow. I mean, I got air conditioning put in my home by Weiss Johnson about 3 months ago. Love it. I asked Matthew if he has AC in his place. He does. Damon Bunting talked about AC and heat pumps, and he's a realtor selling homes with or without that. And in the course of this conversation, Matthew Wannock said that he likes to keep his place at 24. I like to keep my place at 24 or 25. And you and I nearly fainted.
That's diabolical.
So we were like, we love you, Matthew, but this is that is so weird. Like, you have air conditioning, but you like to keep your place at 25 degrees. Well, you certainly are. So
he said, I like to be warm.
He said he shouted from his office. He's doing a great job organizing our golf tournament, by the way. EST Golf Classic coming up on Wednesday at the ranch. So our off-topic topic is, we would like to know a weird thing about one of your best friends. A thing that just makes you shake your head or even think how am I friends with this person? Now, we're not asking for any deep, dark secrets here. This is more lighthearted or just unusual. Well, just unusual characteristics or things where it's you're the only person in the world. I've never heard anybody say they like to keep their place at 25. Even people who are routinely cold will be maybe 23? Maybe.
My wife is, she'd rather be warm than cold. And our place is at 22.5.
Yeah, And
it's good enough.
25 is an extreme.
25 is that's too hot for me.
It's hotter than outside most days.
We've talked about what's the perfect day of weather for me. It's 20
too
degrees
much.
And sun and cloud and no wind.
So, Matthew, do you ever have your air conditioning turned on?
He's coming over.
He might be coming in. This might prompt an in-studio experience.
Depending on the day, it depends who's over. I think this weekend it was set to 22.
What do you mean?
Oh, wow. Okay.
My girlfriend, when she's over, she doesn't want it as hot as I do.
But you will. How do you sleep in the sweltering heat?
I'm a cocoon when I sleep. I wrap myself up and I'm fully warm.
So
Still
it doesn't
25?
bother you if it's so hot that you're
It's not hot.
sweating
This
and
isn't
irritated?
hot. I'm not sweating and irritated. It's not hot. 25. Actually, I think they recommended that you set your air conditioner at 26.
Who, Maddie?
Who's they?
Go Google it.
The smoking man?
Google recommended.
The alien
recommendation.
Illuminati?
Recommended
Yeah.
AC.
That you're not supposed to let your AC kick in until it's above 26?
25.5% while home is what you generally for efficiency.
Who cares about efficiency?
We're talking about comfort,
We're
baby.
not talking about efficiency.
That's why you
We're
got
talking
AC,
about living
though.
our life, baby.
I want Edmonton weather to be 35 plus. I would
Stop.
be thrilled. Don't tell me to stop. That's what I like, Coop.
I know.
So don't tell me to stop. I like what I like.
I don't mind hot weather outside, but in the house late at night, I want it nice and cool. I want it cooled off.
35 outside, you come inside and it's
No, a nice cold shower. The cold shower does.
all right, I can get down with a cold shower.
Actually, no. If it's really hot out and
I
you're
know.
feeling hot inside, take a quick hot shower.
Yeah.
And then when you step out, you'll feel cooler because it's all relative, right?
This is true.
Yeah. I like to be warm. Well, you certainly are.
I live in the wrong city and country.
Copper Girl says 25. That's the room temperature in hell.
I have my spot reserved.
Jeez, he says he has his spot reserved. So anyway, that's the inspiration for our off-topic topic. Along those lines, something about one of your friends or a family member where it's just that is so weird. I love you anyway, but that is so weird.
Well, you know how there's certain toppings or condiments where somebody's like, oh, I have that with everything. I'll have hot sauce with it. I have it all the time. My friend said that they use peanut butter on everything.
Oh.
And I went out to Denny's with this person and they took their scrambled eggs
Really?
and put peanut butter on their scrambled eggs. And I had to look away.
That's a hard-o.
I know.
That's
that one's
intense.
a bit of a freak there. Yeah. On everything, though. And
Like
mix it all
pizza?
together.
Peanut butter on pizza?
I had one guy in junior high who didn't eat the pizza normally. He would peel the cheese off, eat the cheese, and then eat the crust backward. Very weird guy. I know weird people.
Yeah, that's.
Well, you guys know me. I'm pretty.
Well, yeah,
I'm out there.
You fit in perfectly with your friends.
Well, I'm not eating pizza like a mongoose, like a mongrel.
Like a mongoose.
A mongrel.
Monster?
Monster.
Like a mongrel? Is that what
Something.
you mean?
Minions and
mongrel.
monsters, whatever. Yeah.
I don't know if mine is a weird thing about one of my best friends. We've talked about Sickler on this show.
Yep.
My good buddy Sickler.
Is he at the golf tournament?
He's going to be helping out at the golf tournament again. You will see him out there.
Incredible.
And you can ask him. He'll tell you. He can remember specific days from, because I've known Sickler since grade 7. We went to F.R. Haythorne together in Sherwood Park. He can tell me what happened in game 3 of our basketball season in grade 7 when we were playing for the junior boys basketball team, and who we played and what the score was and where it was and how I played, how he played. He has a memory that it's like an elephant. Like it's locked in there.
Right.
And he'll have these, oh yeah, I remember this time when, and it's like, dude, I can't remember what happened last week.
Right.
And so it's incredible. So I wouldn't say it's weird, but it's just amazing.
But it's a little much. Like that's kind of what this category is too, where it's like, okay, I love you, but we don't need to.
Well,
like, okay, grade 7 was 40 years ago. So
would you say it's like an uncomfortable amount of like detail that he knows?
No,
from
it
that
just
specific
makes me
moment?
feel like a jackass because it's like,
yeah, you don't
how come
remember.
I don't
Why
remember?
don't you remember?
These are
Jay?
such great memories, and I don't remember.
He's your best friend, and you don't remember it. Grade 7, you don't remember that exact shot you took?
Like he remembers everything.
The 55-yard line in the nasty chat. I have a coworker who just eliminates line numbers to increase scoring in a sport that already is high scoring and exciting. Yeah, that's a very good example. That's a really good example from the 55-yard line, who we love. All right, so that's our off-topic topic. Well, for William Huff, I got to give Bruce on the game. We saw Bruce yesterday as well. William Huff, right? Was that yesterday?
Yes, that was yesterday.
William Huff. Since Lightspeed 52, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best can be is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536. You will not be disappointed. The off-topic topic presented by William Huff. Okay, we got to get into a break here. Joel Dublanko coming up at 4. More from Frederik Andersen at 4:20. Jay's Play of the Day is coming up, and we'll get fired up for Jemko about some of the things that happened in yesterday's Stingers game. But first, the Coop.
The Oilers have signed restricted free agent Owen Michaels to a 2-year extension worth $900,000 a season. To the CFL Day 1 Week 6 Elks injury report, Joe Robustelli, Royce Metier, and Brett Boyko were limited at practice, while Justin Pace was absent with a foot injury. In other news, Rogers, they've signed a deal to buy the remaining 25% stake in Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment from Kilmer Sports. The deal needs to have final approval, but if made, Rogers would take full ownership of MLSE. From Seattle, the United States plays host to Belgium to see who takes on Spain in the quarterfinals. Kickoff goes at 6 o'clock. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays Giants open a 3-game series. Kevin Gausman on the bump for Toronto. Landon Roop countering for San Francisco. Also on tap, the Yankees and Rays go at it 4:40 first pitch. Astros and Nationals also have a date before the Brewers match up with the Cardinals. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since '93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, they have plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. The Reid Wilkins Show rolls on following the break here on Edmonton Sports Talk. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
Two guys and a
I think
goalie.
there's something there. He's 24 right now, going through the pitfalls, the highs and lows of the American League and trying to get to the NHL. And he's got a fresh start now. That's a cool thing for a guy to have. And we'll see how it goes. It might work, it might not, but I did like the fact that they went and got Devin Levi.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
This summer, River Cree Resort and Casino welcomes reggae royalty for an evening with one of the world's most inspiring entertainers, Ziggy Marley. 9-time Grammy winner, Emmy winner, activist, storyteller, musician, legend. Ziggy Marley, The Bright Side Tour. July 5th at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Get tickets now at rivercreeresort.com.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
All right, Limerick here from Jason. Wannock's lofty condo is a balmy 25, a temp at which bacteria can thrive. It has been referred that he's a lizard and needs the heat to survive. That is outstanding. That's a really good limerick from Jason. Emailing Reid at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, Jay at EdmontonSportsTalk.com.
You want to email that to me?
Did
so
he
I
send
can put
that
it
to
in
you
the
as well?
thing?
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Bones, if you want it in the limerick of the year, you got to email it to me. We'll figure it out.
Was that from Bones? No.
That's deserving.
That's from Jason.
Well,
or is that Bones'
I think they
real
are the
name?
same
Oh, that's
people.
the same. Okay, he didn't put his
because
he didn't put his
Bones
handle in there.
In the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, text in, Matt is a lizard.
Oh, he could be. He could be a lizard person. Some people believe they're everywhere. Some would suggest.
X-Men? Is that what that means?
That's not what that is a reference to. We'll
terrible.
just leave it at that.
I'm terrible.
We'll just leave it at that. All right. Let's get fired up here for Gemco. Gemco Fireplaces, proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years. The authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need, available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street. So as I was saying, Damon Bunting was kind enough to take Jason, Matthew, and me to the Stingers game. Courtside seats, awesome seats. It was the Stingers against the Winnipeg Sea Bears. I just have to reiterate, now, unfortunately, I don't think I got to a Stingers game last season. I've been to a few over the years, It is an absolute blast. And I'm not talking, as people know, when I'm talking about having it being a blast, I'm not talking about the presentation. This is just me personally. I don't care what they give away. I don't care what the promotions are. I don't care if there's super dogs. I don't care if there's a cheer team. I appreciate it. I appreciate the work that goes into it. But the quality of the basketball is a blast. It's high tempo. They are pushing the pace. There's not a lot of, plotting. Let's run the shot clock down. It is go, go, go. Yeah, I mean, it's not just bombs away from three. They're trying to get inside. They're moving the ball a lot. I just think the CEBL has done a great job. I mean, they've survived. They've expanded. The Stingers have done a great job here in Edmonton. They have a couple titles. Jordan Baker was a player on the team. Now he's the coach. He does a great job. Very exciting game against the Sea Bears. They have the Elam ending. So the first stoppage after 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, the clock gets shut off, and the target score is 9 points more than what the leading team currently has. Edmonton led most of the day.
Yeah.
Winnipeg kind of started getting the lead or, back and forth in the fourth quarter. So when the Elam ending kicked in, it was 91-85 for Winnipeg. They had a couple players that really played well as the game went on. Edmonton clawed back. So the target score was 100 because it was 91-85. Edmonton clawed back. It was 99-98. Edmonton scored. So Winnipeg had a chance to win, didn't. Edmonton got it to 99-98. Then Winnipeg had a chance to win. They attempted a three-pointer. A foul was called, so they had 3 shots from the line, and the player made the first shot. So Winnipeg won 198. Really entertaining game. I'm probably talking to a lot of people who have been to a game or games. We saw Corey B was there yesterday, right? We saw a couple listeners there. Like I said, Bruce from William Huff was there. I just think, we talk about other things you can go to besides hockey, besides specifically the Oilers Kings. The Oilers. We know the Oil Kings. We have Kevin Radomski. We know they're a good option. The Elks have a good team. I know they didn't win. It looks like they're bouncing back. Riverhawks do well attendance-wise. I think they are more about the promotions than the actual sport.
The vibe. Yeah.
Not that I have a problem with that. They're getting people to go. They're getting people to enjoy the city.
Yep.
And there is a baseball game going on. The Stingers, every time I have gone, I have thought this is entertaining basketball. Yes, it's not the NBA, but there's talent, there's speed, there's a lot of scoring. And the Elam ending is really exciting. I mean, Mooner and I went to a game, I think it was a couple summers ago. I think the Stingers were up by 18 going into the Elam ending, and they lost. Calgary came back and won.
Really?
So, crazy stuff can happen.
Yeah, I've said this for a while, Reid, because we love going to Stingers games. It is, to me, the best bang for your buck in terms of product on the court, as well as just all-around value. You're watching really high-level basketball.
Yes.
This is not, this is kind of cringy to, this is very good basketball. I mean, we were watching Trayvon Scott for the Winnipeg Sea Bears, who...
Your buddy.
My buddy. Well, we had courtside seats. So
we did.
Here's the deal. I feel you're obligated with courtside seats to at least chat with some of the opposition.
Yes.
See if you can get any dialogue going. So Trayvon Scott played for the Brooklyn Nets last year. He signed a 10-day professional contract, and he actually did pretty good. So, I mean, this guy has played as recently as last year in the NBA. Now, everybody else on the court, every other player from both teams, I believe it's league mandated, were wearing CEBL socks.
Yes.
Trayvon Scott decided to wear his NBA socks.
Well, why wouldn't you? You got him.
Sure.
You were in the show.
So I quickly Googled him and found out some more information. So we started calling him Brooklyn. He was not that happy with that. And I even offered at one point, I said, Trayvon, whatever the fine is for you wearing the NBA socks, I'll pay it for you, okay? He also did not like that.
No, he didn't.
At one point, he snapped back at me and called me what some people would think is a female dog.
Yes.
Right to my face, and I loved it.
Well, he was halfway. He didn't come up to you. He was running back on defense.
But it was at me.
Yeah, but it was definitely at you. Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, we did it.
Well, and the guy who was probably the best player in the game,
Allen.
Teddy Allen, did not yell at us, but he yelled at several Edmonton fans. Like they were somewhere behind us. And you asked him what type of shoes he had.
Yeah, he was sitting. He was right.
He was
so
waiting to
close
throw the
us.
ball
I'm
in.
like, hey, what kind of shoes are those?
Yeah.
SGAs. All right, thanks, Teddy.
Yeah.
That's just the kind of.
But it's a great environment. I mean, we were lucky to be courtside, but wherever you are, you got a great view. I mean, I've been in the second deck, but you're still quite close, even if you were in the second deck. Our buddy Doug McLean was working the broadcast. Stephen Mandel was there, former mayor, watching the game. He's a big basketball guy. Cale Schofield was doing the in-game hosting. He does a lot of stuff around the city. So it was a lot of fun. I was pretty silent until near the end of the game. Now, I don't think I was yelling. I don't think I ever yelled.
It was allowed.
But I was trying to get one of the Now, first of all, one of the referees was Perry Stothert, who is a longtime Edmonton basketball referee.
Very accomplished.
Who I have asked for clarification about calls in basketball games that we've seen on TV and stuff like that. Who is great to deal with, who's been a ref for a long time, was reffing yesterday's game, and if I had to say, I thought had an excellent game.
Yeah, me too.
Sure, he had some close calls. He had a couple players you could tell tried to get under his skin. He had dialogue with them, and if they kept chirping at him, he basically just said, well, that's how I called it.
He handed out a couple technicals, I believe. It was, for sure one.
Oh, did he? I missed that. Okay.
Just too much beaking.
Yeah. So I thought he had a really good game. I didn't know the one official that I was unhappy with. but he got Edmonton blocked a drive to the basket in Elam time, and he called a foul, which I didn't see. I had a pretty good view on it. Now, I'm also not a referee. And then he made a symbol that I didn't understand.
Stand up and show the people.
Started going like this, which I don't know what that is for a foul. Blocking.
He did it in this manner. He's like,
yeah.
He went.
Yeah.
Like he pulled himself.
Yeah, I didn't understand. I didn't understand what it was. And then there was a timeout, and he was probably 20 feet away from me. So I just kept saying, I said, I have never seen that foul call before. It looked like a clean block, and then I have no idea what symbol you're making to indicate what the foul was. I was saying it somewhat conversationally.
Reid's trying to have a productive conversation.
I want him to turn around and explain it to me.
The referee.
Right. And then he also made the call that ended the game. There was a three-pointer from the corner, and the Sea Bear player missed the shot and went down like he was in the World Cup.
Yeah, it was bad.
And I had a brief chat with Jordan Baker after the game. It was right in front of the Stingers bench. So he misses the shot, but he's fouled, so he gets 3 shots, and he makes the first one, game's over. And I said to Jordan, was that a foul? Because the Stingers bench was livid about this call. And I said to Jordan, was that a foul? And Jordan's like, there might have been a bit of a high five. So in other words, empty hand hitting empty hand, which I think should be ignored at that point of the game. But hey, it's a tough game. So it's a tough sport to referee. I think sometimes some officials, not just in basketball but other sports, like to inject themselves into the game when perhaps it's not necessary. I think that's what that official did yesterday. And now I don't know who this official is. He might be listening. He might hate me. That's fine. Perry might actually be listening or hear about this and go back and listen to it. And I might get a text from Perry telling me either to shut up or say, hey, that's a 50-50 call. He made the call. Or he may send me a message saying, hey, between you and me, I don't know. And I haven't gotten any messages like that. But we had a blast. And hey, sometimes close calls is part of the game. Yeah, having said that, the Stingers, they had control, and Winnipeg took control in the fourth and in Elam time. So credit to the Seabears. I think they're the top team or they're the top in the division anyway. If they're not
at one point, early on in the game, the Stingers were up double digits.
Wasn't it like 18-7 or something like that? Yeah,
they came out hot and they stayed hot, but Winnipeg, like you said, Reid, to their credit, didn't go away. Great night,
but we were fired up for Jemco. It was great to be there. And fun experience for me, because often when I'm attending, well, I guess I go to Elks games in my seats, but mostly I attend Oilers games in which I'm a media member, and I can't yell at Andy Van Hellemond or ask him to clarify a call.
We should get that ref from last night's basketball game on Ref Week.
I'd love to have Perry in. Like Perry.
Why don't we? Perry should be.
Perry should be.
We should just planning.
We should just have Perry in at some point just to talk.
Well, no, we got to redo ref week.
Oh, you want to redo Mr. I hate the refs. None of them want to come on and talk to you anymore, Jay.
Ref week is my.
You hate them and they hate you.
No, this is our coming together moment. I gained so much respect for refs, but I've since lost it, so I need to get it back. Ref Week Volume 2.
You had it back for like one day after Ref Week. Then you went back to hating them again.
I think we need to redo.
We could talk about it. We could try to arrange something.
Because there's Dusty also knows a CFL ref that's in the city here. Last year we had Justin McInnes on.
Yes.
Rob Skaggs is a longtime sideline ref in the CFL.
Okay.
I bet you he'd come.
Okay, we can try to plan something out. Mm-hmm. But I think Perry would be, because one thing I know about Perry, like he's very good at explaining stuff, and that's what we liked the officials we had on last week, last year. They actually said, if a coach or player asks me to clarify a call, I will clarify.
Right.
If they yell at me and tell me that I'm stupid, well, probably not going to have much of a dialogue with them, right? 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. We are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Now, Canadian Brewhouse always has a winged flavor of the month, and this month it is mango jalapeno, flame-grilled wings tossed in a bold mango jalapeno glaze that brings the perfect balance of sweet heat. Don't forget, 69-cent wings every Wednesday. We've been having the wing flavor of the month for the last few months. I don't think we've ever been disappointed.
No.
So check them out, Canadian Brewhouse, and this is the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Joel Dublanko, live at 4 o'clock. Elks linebacker. You'll hear more from Oilers goaltender Frederik Andersen at 4:20. Jay's play of the day for Play Alberta is coming up. But right now, my good friend, the noble Zachary Kubish.
The Oilers have signed restricted free agent Owen Michaels to a 2-year extension worth $900,000 this season. In CFL news, day 1, week 6 Elks injury report. Joe Robustelli, Royce Metier, Brett Boyko were all limited at practice while Justin Pace was absent with a foot injury. In other news, Rogers, they've signed a deal to buy the remaining 25% stake in Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment from Kilmer Sports. The deal needs final approval, but if made, Rogers would take full ownership of MLSE. In Seattle, it's the United States playing host to Belgium. The winner of that moves on to take on Spain in the quarterfinals. Kickoff goes at 6 tonight. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays Giants open a 3-game set. Kevin Gausman on the bump for Toronto, Landon Roop for San Francisco. Later on, we'll see the Yankees and Rays in action. 4:40 first pitch. Astros and Nationals also go at it before the Dodgers lock horns with the Rockies. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Edmonton's expecting some changes this offseason, and I'm talking about your flooring. Paramount Flooring brings over 30 years of trusted service and expert installation. No permission is needed to speak with them. Visit their showroom, open 7 days a week, or online at paramountflooring.ca. Jay's play of the day up next here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Oil Stream.
I don't think there's a team in the league that's got a better group of young talent that's secured at that price. Well, there isn't a team. It's the Montreal Canadiens. I think this does lead to a conversation on, is this what you do now?
I think so.
You give these guys coming out of their first deal $9 million, so you don't have to worry about somebody trying to snag them and screw you over and pay them $18
million. The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Sentinel Storage congratulates Canada Soccer's men's national team for breaking new records, making history, and showing us Canada is a soccer nation. From local fields to the world stage, our athletes make us proud to call Canada home. Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of Canada Soccer.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home.
Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Get ready for another iconic evening of Canadian rock as the River Cree Resort and Casino presents Streetheart and Lee Aaron. On July 30th, get ready for a fist-pumping, anthem-filled show featuring two of the best acts to ever do it. Streetheart and Lee Aaron, July 30th at River Cree Resort and Casino. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
Somewhere, someone is sitting on a patio that is literally part of the parking lot. They're hot, uncomfortable, and bored. Do not be that person. The Canadian Brewhouse has a rooftop, real turf, misters, fire tables, patio games, big screens, and zero reason to be bored. This summer, your standards are higher than a parking lot, and you know it. The Canadian Brewhouse, Canada's best patios.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation. With options for every style and budget, open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
All right. Appreciate you tuning in this afternoon. So here's the deal. Elks home to Ottawa Thursday at 7. We will have the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show at 6. That's with Jason Milne and Matthew Iwanek. And then they're on right after the game as well with the post-game show as the Elks try to get back in the win column. And in about 10 minutes, we'll have Joel Dublanko on the show, Elks linebacker, who has having a great season, made a couple of huge plays in Kelowna on Saturday, but the Elks could not pull out the win. What else is going on? Blue Jays, man, they haven't scored in a while, eh?
Boy.
They're in San Francisco tonight. I have not seen, during the World Cup, I haven't seen a lot of Blue Jays.
Sure,
as much as I was watching, because you want to see a match, right? Or like, oh, what's happened?
Hey, Reid, you're not missing much.
Well, unfortunately not.
That was a tough set.
Not missing a lot of offense.
Seattle. Oh, boy.
Well, they got a shutout the first one, and then they were shut out the other two coming back.
Did you see that home run by the big dumper?
I did not.
It almost hit the roof.
Oh, really? I didn't
It was a
see that.
moonshot.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
All right, and this is presented by Play Alberta. When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. You have to be 18 and older to play. And if you gamble, use your game sense.
All right, Reid, we are going to USA, Belgium. And look.
Oh, my.
I know. This is almost like Jay's spite play of the day.
Who are you spiting?
Well, it's just
FIFA,
I guess.
Belgium,
but
Trump?
No, it's just meant now this is going to happen. USA's going to win, and Balogun's going to score a goal. Like, book it.
Right.
If the USA can talk their way out of a red card, what else is the USA and FIFA capable of? I mean, you just have to. It's destined. So that's it. USA to win. Belgium, USA to beat Belgium, and Frederik Andersen to score a goal. Look, I'm separating everything from sports.
Right.
Like, the USA has been fun to watch play soccer.
Sure.
And they have, despite their god-awful jerseys, they have a talented team.
They do.
I really think that they probably should win this game tonight. And Balogun's been their best player throughout the tournament. So I don't think this is too far out of reach, but it's a nice number. It's been boosted to plus 365. So head on over to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on EST specials. You'll see Jay's play of the day, USA to win, and Frederik Balogun, one or more goals boosted to plus 365. And Reid, always remember to use your game sense.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
All right, now I know you were busy on the weekend. Did you get to watch the Canada match after all?
Yes.
Okay.
We had it on, we were doing yard work, so I had it on my phone.
Okay.
I was actually cleaning out the pool. So I had it on the phone, and we were listening, watching everything. And man, like, that was just the one that got away, it seemed.
I was so impressed with the first half.
Yes.
And even portions of the second half. I mean, Morocco likes to pass the ball around on their own end and look for an opening, and Canada didn't give them one. But I guess for Canada to become a higher level team now, and I know there were some injuries. I mean, Davies, Bombito, some other guys could have been. I get it. But man, oh man, the opportunities that you look back and say were wasted. Mm-hmm. All the corner kicks. I don't think Morocco had a corner kick in that game. Maybe one, but
How many did Canada have? Like 10 or 11?
Yeah, and then Morocco gets one set piece early in the second half, and it's in the net. And even against South Africa, like how many times did Canada cross the ball and it wasn't quite precise enough? No, they scored off one because South Africa didn't clear it sharply enough.
Yeah.
So to me, Canada was fine till they got within 20 yards of the other team's net. And then they just didn't have the finish that I think some of the higher end teams have.
One thing as well as look, this was a historical run for Canada. You can't dispute that. But one thing, against the better quality teams, when they played the Swiss, when they played Morocco, it seemed as though Canada would give up a lot of rushes where it was maybe not
like the counterattack,
but
so to speak?
Counterattack. Yes. That ultimately cost them against Morocco. But yeah, what can you say? It does kind of, it's kind of sad it's over.
I know, like all of a sudden it's like, 5 games, that's it.
But I'll tell you one thing. Now I'm very interested to see who's in the final. Like, I think...
Well, I'm not going to stop watching because Canada's out. I'm still very interested.
Let me see here.
There's only a handful of games left.
I might just do this for Jay's Play of the Day, part 2. Like, I don't know how... Like, Norway is so fun to watch.
Right.
And playing England, their next match, Saturday, 3 p.m.
Is that in Miami?
Let me check.
Where does it say? Are you gonna bet on Norway?
Miami. No, I was gonna say, what if we put Norway to make the final? I wonder what that.
Oh, nice. Okay, that'd be fun. Yeah.
I'm gonna look at that right now.
Okay. 780-218-9999 is how you text us. That is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Don't forget about the Tap 25 happy hour. That's $5.25 drinks. All beers, including bottle and draft, import and domestic, select premium well highballs, and select premium wine. Served at Tap 25, Center Bar, Onyx, and on the casino floor, Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., rivercreeresort.com. Okay, we got Joel Dublanko coming up in a couple of minutes from your Edmonton Elks. You're going to hear comments from Frederik Andersen. We'll have buying or selling for our buddy Damon Bunting, who took us to the game yesterday. Our Past the Pantry Athlete of the Week is a multi-sport athlete at Harry Ainley and is the daughter of one of our province's greatest curlers of all time. So that's going to be a fun story as well. All right, here's the 4 o'clock break.
Lock Shop.
I'm really sad, actually, that now we're into the quarterfinals after these next couple days. It's been an incredible tournament. And what's a tournament without a little controversy? Hello, FIFA Article 27.
Let me ask you this, Us. Now that Canada's out, do you have a team that you want to see win this thing?
This might drive a few people crazy, but I think I'm actually pulling for the States.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Wholesat, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Looking for a delicious meal without the hassle? Head to Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park, your home of the game day meal. From handcrafted fresh pasta with rich homemade sauces to ready-to-heat family meals, Pasta Pantry brings authentic Italian flavor straight to your table. For over 30 years, Pasta Pantry has served hot, delicious comfort food made right in our kitchen. We do it fast so you can slow down. Visit Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park today and taste the difference fresh makes. Pasta Pantry, real food, real fast, real good.
Kickoff is coming. Are you in? July 9th. Elks, Red Blacks at Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. It's Salute to Service presented by YEG Plus. Come early for a pregame flyover and help us celebrate the heroes and first responders who make our communities great. Every catch, every tackle, every touchdown. The best way to experience it is being there when it happens. Edmonton Elks. Our city, our year. Get your tickets now at goelks.com/tickets.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
The Oilers have signed restricted free agent Owen Michaels to a 2-year extension worth $900,000 per season. And CFL News Day 1, Week 6 Elks injury report. Joe Robustelli, Royce Metier, Brett Boyko were all limited at practice, while Justin Pace was absent with a foot injury. The Elks host the Red Blacks on Thursday. In other news, Rogers has signed a deal to buy the remaining 25% stake in Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment from Kilmer Sports. The deal needs final approval, but if made, Rogers would take full ownership of MLSE. From Seattle, it's the United States playing host to Belgium to see who takes on Spain in the quarterfinals. Kickoff goes at 6 o'clock. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays and Giants open a 3-game series. Kevin Gausman up for Toronto. Landon Roop countering for San Francisco. That game starts just before 8 o'clock. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The second hour of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. He's Jason Milne. I'm Reid Wilkins. We're 3 to 6 p.m. every day here on Edmonton Sports Talk. We love bringing you the show, and we love talking about the Edmonton Elks. They are presenting portions of this hour. School's out, and it's time to kick off the summer with the Elks. Lock in your tickets for the Elks Salute to Service game presented by YEG Plus on July 9th at 7. That's Thursday. For select seats, get adult tickets for $20, youth tickets for just $10. Come early for the Bricks Kids Zone and a pregame flyover. The Elks are 3-1, and to discuss their season so far and his excellent play, we're joined by linebacker Joel Dublanko. Joel, it's Reid and Jay. How are you doing?
Hey, good. Thanks for having me on.
Well, thanks a lot for hopping in. Let's dive right into the interview here. Obviously, first loss of the season for you guys in Kelowna on Saturday. I'll just kind of ask generally, ultimately, when you look back, what do you think the difference was in that game?
I think for us on defense was we weren't putting ourselves in very favorable positions for second down. We weren't tackling very well, just like we have been all year. That's something we have prided ourselves on, and so we just didn't handle that. Had some misfits, and just let them keep kind of bailing them out in certain situations, whether we got them to a second long or second medium. We take penalties and extend their drives. We had some second and short situations where they were able to capitalize and make some big plays. So just across the board wasn't to our standard of play.
Nathan Rourke obviously is one of the greatest players in the league. The Elks have yet to beat him. Unfortunately, he'll have another chance in a couple of weeks. But just the nuance or the difficulty of going up against a quarterback of that caliber.
I think he just opens up their whole playbook for them. I mean, they weren't really known for running the ball very well, and then Butler has almost a 150-yard day. So that's something. Obviously, we put a huge emphasis on playing Rourke, but we gotta stop the run and play guys straight up and just do our jobs and execute, because we're really freaking good when we just do our job. So that's what we're focused on this week. It's a short week. We're excited to get back out there and just get that bad taste out of our mouth, and really excited to have an opportunity to put it on tape and put a good product out there for our fans this week.
Elks linebacker Joel Dublanko joining us here on the Reid Wilkins Show. You just talked about James Butler, and now that you've had a chance to look back at that film, what were the Lions able to do? Because it seemed like they were specifically attacking in between the tackles, like right up the gut. So what were they able to do to I guess, be able to attack specifically up? Because I think most of his rush yards came right up the middle.
Yeah, no, I think, from our side of things, we just misfit things. Simple day one fits that, we're excited and we're jumping out of our gap. So we just can't do that. And when you're playing professional football, that's the result, that they can just, it looks like they gash us in like a huge mistake, and they're doing something super, sophisticated scheme wise. No, we just got to do our job. And that's what we're looking to do this week. And we're excited to be able to do it.
Just quickly, your thoughts on it was his first start at middle linebacker, first round pick out of Rutgers, Dariel Jabome. How do you think that went for him, being thrust into that position that has been filled by some pretty big shoes?
Yeah, no, I think, it's a tough position to be in. I think he came in super prepared, obviously had a huge play getting that pick. And so really excited for him. But, just like I had things that I could get better at, he had some things that he can get better at, and he made some plays and left some out there just like I did. So we're just we're all going back to the drawing board and just making sure we're good on every area, and making sure we have a huge, just high level attention to detail, no matter how simple it is. Just making sure like we're on it, and that's when we play our best ball, is us just being us and us playing our ball, our style and brand. And so.
You faced the Ottawa Redblacks in week 1. Obviously, you get them here Thursday at Commonwealth. In week 1, Daniel Adebaboye, he had a good game. He racked up 87 yards. That Ottawa team has been playing better as of late. Jake Mayer's been throwing the ball around. What is the focus this week in practice defensively on how to stop Adebaboye and Jake Mayer?
Yeah, and they also got Greg Bell back too, and so he's been doing a really good job, and he's a threat, and they do a lot of unique stuff in the pass game with him, and obviously he can run the ball really well. And so, great challenge this week. Those guys are definitely finding their identity. Each game they're getting closer and closer, and we just got to go out there and be us and execute and do our jobs, and then I think we're going to feel pretty good about it by the end of it.
Elks linebacker Joel Dublanko joining us here on the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne. Elks against Ottawa Thursday at 7 at Commonwealth. I know sometimes pro athletes are reluctant to talk about themselves, but I'm going to ask you to do it anyway. You're in your third year, and I think in your first year, you were on teams a lot. Maybe you didn't play on defense quite as much. I just look at you and I think this guy knows where to be. He's making plays all over the field. You're hitting people. You're picking the ball off. You're getting the ball loose for fumbles or interceptions. How much have you grown in terms of just the mental side of the game, and how much has the experience now of being in your third year helped you figure out what's going on out there?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's definitely helped a lot. Especially from, when I first started taking snaps up here, first time playing the CFL game, very unique to me. And so that was a transition. And then, coming to my second year, feeling a lot more comfortable about it. And then obviously having the opportunity to play and get more comfortable and get some more experience out there. And then just kind of taking next steps and learning more about the offense, right? And, it's tough, right? Just because, you have a decent game, but you end up losing, so it really doesn't matter. But, take the positive, and then there's a lot of negative you can grow on. And sometimes my wife will tell you that I focus a little too much on the negative and not enough on the positive. But I think that's why I got a big chip on my shoulder. And so, I think the whole team is just hungry and excited to get back out there. And, God's been really good. And from the sense of being able to, give me opportunities to, make plays or whatever. And, for me to give me the ability to capitalize on them, it's been a huge blessing. But each week it's the same goal, and that's a win. And, so it's funny because, this weekend we failed, right? And so it doesn't matter how good or bad you did. You got to look at the drawing board and be hyper aware and really take a hard look at yourself and see where you can, be better and make other people, around me better.
Joel, you said earlier in the interview, I can't remember your exact words, but something along the lines of we have to play the way that we play. I think it was, to me, I took it as a comment about the identity and the standards of the team. As you know, and I know you weren't here for everything, but the team has missed the playoffs 5 years in a row. All of those years, it was 0 and whatever, or one win in the first couple months of the season. Do you feel that the team now is building an identity and the standards have sort of been solidified during your run in green and gold to this point?
Yeah, I think from the moment I stepped on the team, I think, we've been changing and growing into who we are today. And, a lot of people have been brought on board to help with that process. And, I feel really good about where this team's at. I feel really good about, who we are and the way we play football. And, it's just going to take time for people to understand what it means when we step on the field. But for us, we already know what that means. And that's fly around, 12 hats at the ball, people who, a group of guys that are relentless and willing to go to that place every play. And, our games we've won, they haven't been sexy, right? They haven't been blowouts. They've been grinded out. I mean, winning games the hard way. We haven't gotten it easy. And there wasn't a moment in that last game that we had against BC like that I didn't think that we're going to come back and make a run at the end of the game. And I was just telling everybody on the sidelines, hey, get ready to go back out there and get the ball back to the offense. Because, I just have that type of belief in this team and one another. And so we're going to fight till it says 0-0 on the clock. And I hope you guys see that on the field. And we're going to continue to put that out there and instill that into the fans in the city.
Sorry, go ahead, Reid.
I wanted to ask you as well. I mean, I mentioned the poor starts the last few years, and I know there's a ton of work to be done, so I'm not at all suggesting it's mission accomplished or you guys are resting on your laurels, but it's got to be a little more relaxing, fulfilling, less stressful to be 3-1 as opposed to 1-3 or 0-4. Where you're the last year when you were here, the year before, you're playing catch up the entire season. I mean, you guys had a 9-game stretch last year where you went 6-3, but you went 1-7 in the. You know what I mean? It's. I guess I'm just saying the feeling of knowing the hard work has paid off with some wins in the bank, right? And you have some teams chasing you as opposed to the other way around.
Yeah, 100%. It definitely feels better to have a better, jump on the season. But, I don't know. We're feeling good about it, and then we went and lost in BC, right? So it's hard to kind of take a moment and enjoy things, because at the end of the day, what do we got? We got 18 games of the season, so we got 14 more, so we got a lot of football to play. And any sense of us relaxing, that's not who we are. We're a team that has a high level sense of urgency in everything that we do. And whether I don't know if we quite had it last week, and so we just start making sure that, and it starts with the way we practice. Every play, every rep, just a high level of attention to detail, and just flying around, and that's our advantage. We are a three-phase football team, and we're going to grind it out, and we're going to wear teams down. That's how we do it.
Joel, I just have one more for you, and it seems to, it's noticeable to me. I'm sure it's noticeable to many of the Elks fans. It's just the physicality of this defense, and in particular yourself, my man. I think on the broadcast on Saturday, they said Joel Dublanko's flying around hitting anything that moves, and it's noticeable. Have you always been a physical player throughout your career? And is it maybe just now becoming more noticeable game in, game out for you in particular, just because of that comfort? Not comfort. I don't want to say you're comfortable out there, but you're into year 3. You're starting for a second year. Are you able to now be yourself a little bit more and get out there and punish people?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, being comfortable out there means you're going to be, in a better position to be able to make plays, and not only make plays, but get in on different tackles. Like if you're, trying to do too much and, put yourself in bad body position, you're not able to redirect and, be an extra hat in some of those plays. I mean, I've always played with a really high motor. Some of the guys on the staff have said that, one of my strengths is just, my stamina, my endurance, and just every play, I'm running the ball, and I don't care where it's at on the field. That's always been who I've been. And, I think it's wonderful that people are starting to notice, but I haven't really changed much. And just like I said, though, I mean, I've been blessed. I was running to the ball all year last year and didn't have any balls tip up to me to where I could, jump and make a play like that. So whatever opportunity comes, going to be run towards that ball, and good things happen when you do that. And just thankful to the big man upstairs that those opportunities and the ball have bounced my way a couple times.
Well, sorry, I do have one follow-up, because yes, it is noticeable, and that's great. Everybody loves that. It's beautiful to see a hard hit out on a football field. You mentioned your motor. You got a high motor, and that also shows on the field. I don't know if you've seen, I've done a couple things with teammates of yours where I've brought them a Donair. And I would love to, because with the high motor, you got to feed that engine, right? You got to fuel your body. Have you had a Donair, Joel?
No.
Okay.
No, so the problem is I'm not a sauce guy. I don't mean to burst your bubble, but I'm not. If you give me a Donair with nothing on it and just meat and bread, that's where I'm at. Okay.
I'll do that. I'll do whatever it takes. Yeah. What about cheese?
Yeah, I like cheese.
Okay, so a regular Donair. Like if you're just going in and you say, I want a Donair, it's meat, cheese, lettuce, tomato, onion, and the sauce.
No.
So I can just do meat and cheese.
Meat and cheese.
Yeah, all right. I'll set it up with Mike.
So what do you put on burgers? Do you have what do you eat on a burger? Just the bun?
I'm like a triple patty guy.
Yeah.
Triple patty, cheese, bacon. That's all I need.
What about pasta? Do you put sauce on pasta?
I don't eat pasta.
You don't eat pasta?
Pasta too. Sorry.
Oh,
okay,
geez.
there we go.
Oh, there controversial there.
Yeah. Oh no, we have that. That didn't faze me, because that gets debated in this office all the time. So trust me, it's fine. Okay, so what's your game day meal then?
Game day meal? I mean, I don't know if I shout them out, but big brunch guy. Big brunch guy. Get a big old brunch. And so, yeah. I like to go get a brunch. And yeah, night before, big old steak.
Good.
Yeah, I got to
How
get
you
my
cook
protein
that bad
in.
boy?
Medium rare. That's
Yeah,
the
you
only
go
way to
medium
cook
rare
it,
for sure.
Right? Yeah.
So like no ketchup on your potatoes with your brunch, like your hash or whatever.
No, I don't really eat the potatoes either. So
okay,
I'm a big waffle. I like the blueberry chicken bangers. I get 2 orders of that, and then it comes with 2 eggs in the threesome, and then I get 2 more eggs. So
wow,
yeah.
Okay, well.
Yeah, we like talking about food on this station too.
Listen, I could talk food with you guys all day here.
That's really good. All right. Well, hey, we appreciate your time. I know you guys are going to work hard to bounce back from the loss. Hopefully, a big crowd coming up here on Thursday night. It's always great these long hours of daylight here in Edmonton at this time of year. So that's going to be an awesome night at the stadium. And keep up your fine play. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for having me. Go Elks, and God bless you guys.
Right on. Joel Dublanko checking in as he's been really good. You can tell he's really coming into his own as a player. And, yeah, tough loss. I mean, he owned it, some of the things that the defense didn't do well. But as he said, he always believed they were going to win until the final horn. What'd they lose? 36-24? Defense gave up more points than they've been giving up. Offense turned the ball over. And Fajardo threw 3 picks. Mm-hmm. Rankin fumbled. Is that a question? First question for you over this. Is it a concern for you that Rankin has fumbled 3 games in a row? 2 of them have been lost. 1 luckily was recovered in overtime, allowing the Elks to win.
Yeah, it is. Because 2 of those situations were in very critical times.
Right.
I mean, he fumbled in the red zone in Winnipeg, and they were moving the ball. The Elks, I believe, were on the 35-yard line of BC and marching in the second half, which they didn't there wasn't that much offense in the second half, but the Elks were moving the ball down the field, and then another fumble in a critical time. So that's something that absolutely, and he'd tell you that.
Yeah.
He'd tell you that absolutely needs to be addressed.
Fajardo, I really thought that 1 pick, Keon Julian Grant, has to finish the pattern.
Yeah, yes, he does.
But the other 2, especially the one at the end, those were not great throws. I'm sure Cody would own that.
Yeah, he would. I think the one at the end, they were under the gun. Like they were up against the clock. He was trying to pressure that and put it in a spot, probably rushed it and just didn't see Sankey sitting right there.
Yeah.
But Cody Fajardo still threw for 350 yards. He attempted 51.
Well, and they were pushing it down the field more. And Rankin, you had like I always say, there are 2 teams out there.
395 yards he threw for.
And we talked about it last week. BC is going to answer the bell. The heat was on them to get a win.
Sure.
Their defense played better. They did a good job on Rankin rushing the ball. Rankin got some yards. Did he wind up with over 100 yards receiving by the end of the game?
Right on the nose, 100 yards receiving.
So you give BC credit. They needed the win. They went out and got it. I listened to a lot of the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold postgame show with you and Matt. I know there was some frustration. Like I heard somebody writing in and say, the Elks are like the 7th or 8th best team in the league. Let's see how it goes. They're 3-1. Like I said, wins in the bank. I know that doesn't mean anything on Thursday, but they lost by 2 touchdowns, basically. But I don't look at that as the offense need to score 2 more touchdowns. I look at it as the offense need to score 1 more touchdown and the defense need to prevent 1 more touchdown.
Yep.
And then maybe you win that game. But I agree the Elks could have played better. They did some things that they beat themselves, a couple of the penalties, a couple of the turnovers. But I also look at it and say, okay, if you're frustrated that the Elks lost that game, well, then think how frustrated Winnipeg and Montreal especially were after those games when the Elks won right at the end.
It goes both ways.
Surviving and winning close games is a skill. What did I say a couple weeks ago? You have to win more than 50% of the 50-50 games.
Yeah.
So far, the Elks have done that.
And
now,
Reid,
a lot to be written this season. The league's really competitive, but I'm not writing off the Elks because they've lost 1 game.
Nor should you.
No.
But keep in mind, and I mentioned this a few times on the Commonwealth Stadium postgame show with Matthew Iwanek, the Elks did not play close to their best, even mediocre. Like they were poor. They did not play well on Saturday. And they could have won that game. They still could have won that game. Now, I know, coulda, woulda, shoulda. But what I'm saying is they played their worst game of the year, and they only lost to the BC Lions by 12 points. Right? That is something, I think 2 years ago, that would have been a blowout in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, and just some mistakes like Julian. I heard you and Matt say that maybe the special teams would get a passing grade. I would disagree. I know Blanchard made his field goals. I know Leak had, I think, a couple decent returns in the second half. But I would look in the first half. Julian shanks a punt, which rarely happens. Blanchard misses an extra point. Now, they made up for it when they went for 2. And Leak had that one kick he let bounce over his head. Yeah. I think on a kickoff. Those to me, those were 3 really bad special teams mistakes. I don't think the special teams had made a mistake all year before the 3 they made in the first half of that game.
Yeah, so, you always look at the team that there's 2 major contributing factors to success in football. Turnover ratio and winning 2 out of the 3 facets of a football game. Right? They lost the turnover ratio. They lost on defense. They lost on offense. Even if you want to call special teams a wash, they still lost 2 or 3 facets of a football game.
Yes. That
is not a winning recipe. And that's something that hasn't happened for this team up until that point. So for me, I have to give this team the benefit of the doubt. And now I'm looking and saying, okay, how do you respond? Especially on a short week. I think the short week happening right now is a very good thing to have happen.
Right.
Just get on with it, move on, and just come out and see what you can do against Ottawa. Ottawa's not going to be a pushover.
No, I mean, and the games have been good. I mean, most of the games are close. Ottawa is winless, but I mean, they were tough against Saskatchewan. They were tough against the Alouettes. They hung in there against the Elks. I guess their second touchdown or their last touchdown was a bit of a garbage time touchdown, but still it ended up within 8.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think we'll see. I mean, I think now over the next 5 to 6 weeks, we'll see some separation. Maybe some teams will be revealed for who they actually are.
Well, look at around the league. I mean, Bo Levi Mitchell's out for the year.
Well, so probably that changes everything in Hamilton. Guys, I hate to say it because I really want him to do well. Trey Ford stunk yesterday in relief. He was awful. And Dolegala is a flat-out awful quarterback. I don't know how he's still in the CFL. Sorry, everybody. What do you want me to say? He's great. Remember a couple of years ago in Saskatchewan, the Elks tackled him a yard deep in the end zone, and he's like 6'6", and he couldn't fall forward enough to avoid a safety? Like, he's a bad CFL quarterback. And Trey is just frustrating, and he doesn't progress. He's in there running around yesterday, not running the plays that were called, and throws an interception that was an awful throw. Hamilton's in tough here.
They are in tough. And how good does that Drew Brown trade look now from Ottawa to Winnipeg, given, I mean, Zach Collaros just took a hit and was out of the game. Now, the big talking point out of Winnipeg today, I heard Huss talking about it, Hustler of Winnipeg Sports Talk, was that why wasn't Drew Brown dressed yesterday?
Well, yeah, if you got him, why not?
I mean, they had to go to Taylor Elgersma,
who might be good someday.
Yeah, maybe someday. But right now, he's just the game.
Well, he got a look in the NFL. I mean, he should be pretty good.
Yeah, I know, but
okay.
So
Well, I know, but
he's the body type.
Big body.
Yeah. Exactly, and I mean that. Like, he's the body type for an NFL quarterback.
We're not selling jeans, though.
No.
All right. This portion of the hour presented by the Edmonton Elks. We got some Oilers talk coming up. Frederik Andersen. We'll have some clips from him. And here is Zachary Kubish with a sports update.
The Oilers, they've signed restricted free agent Owen Michaels to a 2-year extension worth $900,000 per season. In the CFL, Day 1, Week 6 Elks injury report, Joe Robustelli, Royce Metier, Brett Boyko were all limited at practice while Justin Pace was absent with a foot injury. In other news, Rogers, they've signed a deal to buy the remaining 25% stake in Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment from Kilmer Sports. The deal needs to be finalized and approved, but if made, Rogers would take full ownership of MLSE. In Seattle, it's the United States playing host to Belgium to see who takes on Spain in the quarterfinals. Kickoff goes at 6 o'clock for that. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays Giants open a 3-game series. Kevin Gausman up for Toronto, Landon Roop countering for San Francisco. And right now, it's the Astros and Nationals warming up while the Yankees are about to take on the Rays. This sports update is brought to you by the Edmonton Elks. It doesn't start on game day. It starts before kickoff. Get your single game tickets today and be there for every hit, catch, and touchdown. Lock in your seats now at goelks.com/tickets. A conversation continues here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
A new season starts tomorrow, July 1st. In 2024, this was a really good team, a really good contending team that had really good players on it, and they were at all the different positions. And it's been downgraded. Leon's word, this team, led by the management group, Jeff Jackson, Stan Bowman, have downgraded this team.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric, weekday mornings 6 to 9, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Tonight on Will It Store? One man, 6 bikes, and all the winter decorations still boxed up in the garage. Don't be that guy. Make space for summer with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
All right, good to have you tuning in this afternoon. Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. Go to playalberta.ca/EST for some interesting opportunities and go to EST Specials and look for Jay's Play of the Day.
Well, Coob, breaking news. Uh-oh. I mentioned I was thinking Norway in the final, so I just went ahead and did it. It's Jay's bonus play of the day.
You didn't even wait for the other... Well, I guess we already know who they're playing. They're playing England, right?
I think if they can get past England, it's smooth sailing. And I mean, the Norwegian Terminator is just unstoppable. He's a massive human being. So Jay's bonus play of the day, Norway to reach the World Cup final has been boosted to plus 530.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So get in while you can. The water's warm. And a bonus shout out.
It's a Norwegian fjord.
Bonus shout out to Atif.
Or they have warm water
and
there.
El Presidente.
Yeah, they visited.
Stopped by the office, brought some donuts.
Oh,
from the Italian
of them
in the Italian Center.
That's awesome.
Very nice. Thank you. We appreciate it.
We're very lucky here. The support we get of our nasties. If you are in the nasty chat on YouTube today and you haven't already, please give the show a thumbs up. Hit that like button.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click.
Must you click? You must click. Thumb. You can also hit that share button and email or text the show link off to other people who you know and let them know about Edmonton Sports Talk and get them involved in our great community. Subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already. Maybe you're on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio. I often listen on iHeartRadio. Those are great audio streaming apps. You can make us a favorite or a preset or whatever you need there as well.
The off-topic topic for William Huff was weird thing about one of your best friends. A weird thing.
That you tolerate or like them anyway. Love them anyway.
Sure.
Yeah.
Vincenzo sent this into the River Cree Resort and Casino win box. You can send yours in 780-218-9999. My buddy will eat the bread. He would eat the crust and then make a ball with the middle and eat it. Like a
bread ball. So he would roll it up. So he'd eat the crust off the outside of the bread.
And then take the softer
and roll it up into a ball. You know what? I can actually understand doing that. It must have been like a texture thing for him, maybe.
Just a thicker piece of bread.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe he should just slice his bread
thicker.
thicker.
Maybe just eat thicker bread. It's interesting, though.
That is
that is still unusual, though. Like, again, we're talking about things with a friend where you're like, seriously, dude, like, it's not going to end the friendship. This is not some evil thing that's happening. But the reason we have this is because Matthew Iwana keeps his house, his dwelling, at 25 degrees. He thinks that that's an appropriate temperature to live indoors with, which is actually, that's quite sick.
That's terrible.
That's the sickest thing we've heard from anybody.
Yeah, that takes the cake for sure. I mean, but he must die here at the office. We keep this at like what, 21?
Oh, we keep it cool here at the office.
It's cool.
Yeah.
He's always wearing shorts too.
I know. I don't know.
It's quite the odd.
This might be like one of YouTube Trev's. I don't pee. I eat 28 bagels a day.
What do you mean, Jay? Those are real.
I don't blink. Yeah.
He can,
I don't
he
blink.
can climb the building at EST.
He admitted he cannot.
Well, he said it was unclimbable.
Mm-hmm.
He could climb a building that is climbable, but not this.
What was the building that guy climbed where you made me watch the video of?
I forget. Some tower.
Wasn't it in the Middle East somewhere?
No, like Asia, I think, like Southeast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was terrifying.
Yeah, well, it was no problem for him.
But I remember that day because I said like that was just an incredible feat, and everybody was like, "No, really not that hard."
Oh, well, for him, for the average person,
for the average person, it's impossible. You die,
most likely. Yes.
Oh, well, yeah.
780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. We will have our Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week coming up at about 5:30 today. That is always a very fun segment to do. Right now, we have the Oil Understood presented by GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel! Understood. Oh, Matthew. So he's been working late this week.
Well,
it's quite a shift
been
for
putting
him.
Together a lot for the golf.
I don't know when he's going to sleep. All right. Freddie Andersen did a Zoom available today. Of course, he is the Oilers' new goaltender. I talked about why he signed with the Oilers.
Obviously, Edmonton, I think it's been knocking on the door for a while now. Obviously, it's a team that's got aspirations to try to win. And like I said, they've been close. And obviously, it would be awesome to be part of the team to get over the hump. And obviously, I think they're very serious about it. So that's part of it. I'm really excited about that opportunity.
Well, and I think that when you look at the Carolina Hurricanes, they were a team that has been knocking on the door and was trying to get over the hump. Maybe there are some parallels here. The Carolina Hurricanes missed the playoffs in 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. They were 9 years out. They've been back in since then. So take a look at their seasons. In 18-19, they had 99 points. Pretty good season. Mm-hmm. Made the conference final, got swept by the Bruins. In 2020, that season was shortened by COVID. They had 81 points in 68 games. So had a good chance to have another 100-point season or be close. They won the qualifying round, but they lost in the first round of the Bruins, so kind of a disappointing ending. 2021, the 56-game season, they had 86 points in 50 games, but lost in the second round of the Lightning in 5 games. 2022, 116 points in 82 games, lost in 7 games to the Rangers in the second round. 2023, 113 points, swept in the conference final by the Panthers. 2024, 111 points, lost in the second round in 6 to the Rangers. 2025, 99 points, made the conference final, lost to the Panthers in 5. And then this past year, 113 points, won the Stanley Cup against the Vegas Golden Knights. Of course, they went sweep, 5-game win, 6-game win. Only lost 3 games. Like, that's knocking on the door.
Yes.
Like, basically 99 points or more in, 7 straight seasons. I guess the one shortened season, they had 81 points in 68 games. If they didn't get to 100, they would have been high 90s. So this is a team that's been knocking on the door, making the playoffs, having excellent regular seasons, winning. I mean, they never lost in the first round. I guess they lost in the first round in 2020 after they won the qualifying round, but usually making the second round, making the conference final, and then they win it this year. So I don't know if there are some direct parallels there, but I think some general parallels with the Edmonton Oilers. I know this was obviously a step back for Edmonton. But I asked Freddie Andersen, okay, Carolina got over the hump. The Oilers are trying to do that. But what did you learn about what it takes to get over the hump?
One thing I would take with me is just knowing that, or I think realizing that the better a team can know their identity and their strengths is going to be better. And I think that's really what I think we showed in Carolina last few years. We're working towards just being really confident and comfortable in the way we play. And I think that really was probably the biggest reason that got us to the top.
Yeah, and we've talked about that, Jay, over the couple of years we've been doing the show together, almost 2 years, I guess. Remember I think the first time we talked about this, I said to you, what team do you know how they're going to play? The first team that I brought up was Boston.
Boston. Identity.
Right. Okay, some years they might be better than others, but you kind of know what a Bruin is going to bring. I would say Vegas is generally in that category. You have to be a miserable bastard, or you become one when you go there. Carolina's in that category.
Sure.
Now, they've also had not a lot of turnover at GM, virtually no turnover at coach in the grand scheme of things, right?
Yep.
So they know how they're going to play. And I would say with them, I would say even Carolina sort of fits the bill, what I was saying about Montreal. You didn't always know who the first line, like you knew, obviously, if you know the pedigree of players, but if you'd watched hockey all your life and then didn't watch for the last 5 years and then put Carolina on and you were like, number their line, some nights you'd be like, I don't know, they're all good. Like they're all doing their job.
Sure.
They're all hard on the puck. They all forecheck. They all pressure defensively. They're all doing it, right? So is this and again, maybe this is going to come back to Babcock again. Like, do the Oilers need to find an identity here? Like, do the Oilers have a way that they play that you can trust? Because if Carolina was losing in a game, they never looked like, got to change everything. We can't do this pressure the puck crap anymore. So I almost said a bad word.
Mm-hmm.
We can't do that stuff that got us to the Stanley Cup final. We're losing to Vegas. Like, keep going. Like he kind of said that. Like, we know how we want to play.
Stay the course.
So is that what the Oilers need now? And is Babcock and DJ Smith, are they the guys that have to put that in? Or does it have to come from the players buying in a little bit more? Or do they have the players to structure an identity around? I guess we're going to find out, is why I'm asking all these questions.
Well, I would believe that the management thinks that, for the most part, they have the players in-house, Reid. They made some additions through free agency. Obviously, Frederik Andersen being one of them. But, I mean, the style of play, I don't know if Edmonton is that kind of team, Reid. I don't need... And part of it is because of the two superstars you have on your team. Is that going to be a team that is dogged every night? Up your ass every time you have the puck and on you in your own... You know what I mean? Or are they just going to play smarter and more connected? And that's the version of Oilers hockey that Mike Babcock might be able to put together.
Yeah.
Like, do you think this team is going to turn into a Like how Montreal played in the playoffs.
Well, I'd like it. I'd like them to.
I know, but
I don't know if they. I don't know if they have the player. I don't know if they have the lineup to do that.
I agree.
Quite frankly,
but that's not saying they can't put something together that looks more connected than they were last year, right? Now you were going on about Carolina and how the success they've had.
Yes,
and with Frederik Andersen, I mean, since he's joined Carolina, his first year there, he played 52 games, then 34. Then 16, then 22, and then 35.
Right.
So that's also, and I won't even say it's an issue, Reid. I think the Oilers know what they're getting out of that with signing Frederik Andersen. Like this, it might not be a three-way goalie committee. I mean, if Devin Levi turns out to be, a steal, that would be great. But it looks like Tristan Jarry is going to be pressed into action a lot. Does it not?
Well, enough that they need him to be good. Okay, but here's the thing. So there's going to be 3 goalies on the roster, and this is assuming they're all healthy. But does Devin Levi play 20 games, or does he play 8? Like, if he plays 8, that's not really a 3-goalie system. It's a third goalie who plays once a month.
Yeah, like, do you think that they just at points ride the hot hand?
Well, that's basically what Bowman said they're going to do. But is Levi going to be given the opportunity to be the hot hand?
He'll have a short leash, I believe.
He's clearly the number. I guess he's clearly the number 3 is what I'm getting at.
Yep.
Here's what Andersen had to say about this supposed 3-goalie system.
Yeah, I think, speaking of my time with Babs, obviously, I think the past days with I think I played 66 games in a row, a couple of years in a row. I think those days are probably over for me, but I'm definitely, definitely happy to be part of, I think, a good goalie rotation. I think we can get a lot out of each other, and especially with the schedule been a little bit different the last few years. Something that's just, I think, been a new thing in the NHL. You got to kind of, get everyone keeping fresh and really, get the best out of each other that way. Try to find ways to contribute and be ready to go.
All right. Yeah, I mean, he didn't commit to too much. Mark Spector asked that question. Spec wrote a piece today about the goaltending, quoted Stan Bowman from the interview on this show last week in his article. I asked Freddie, too, just about how often he thinks he could play. Like I said, can you play more than 2 in a row? And he didn't commit to that. And I didn't think he would, but I thought maybe he would offer something. He did say, had tweaked his knee in the Cup final. He said he's fine. It's rehab. He's taken care of it. Needed to rest. He has the potential to be a really good goaltender. I don't know how it's going to shake down with these 3 goalies. I don't know how Tristan Jarry is going to play. I don't know how Devin Levi is going to play. I think I know how Freddie Andersen is going to play if he's healthy. Mm-hmm. He's the strongest of the 3 netminders, but clearly they're willing to cycle them around and move them around over the course of the season. Andersen was also asked about playing for Mike Babcock once again.
I think my experience is good. As a goalie, you don't obviously deal with the head coach as much. And he kind of leaves you alone with the goalie coach to kind of do your thing. And I think, he was a great coach, great X's and O's. I thought he got a lot out of our group, and we were a young team then. I thought, just excited to see what we can do together and in this new opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, this is, like I said, people ask me, we talk about it, gets brought up. Is this the most important offseason in Oilers history? McDavid, leaving. I'm like, okay, I don't know. I know that's important, but as you know, Jay, sometimes I feel like there's almost an over-focus on what McDavid is going to do next summer. I'm like, let's try to win this year. I don't know if this is the most important offseason in the Oilers history, but I think it's the most fascinating. Like I mentioned how Carolina, it always felt like they were knocking on the door, finishing first or second in the division, like up there, making conference finals, or at least making the second round. Does it feel like the Oilers are knocking on the door anymore? When they lost in the Western Conference final to Colorado, it felt like, okay, they're starting to knock. They just weren't good enough. even the next year when they lost to Vegas, it still felt like that was a pretty darn good team. You know, I think Elliot Friedman said it that spring. He said that was a Stanley Cup final caliber matchup in the second round.
Sure.
And Vegas went on to win the Cup. And then they're in the Cup final the next 2 years. So clearly you're knocking on the door. Like say what you want about how those series went. They were in the Cup final. You're knocking on the door. It didn't feel like this year's team was knocking on the door. So that, I guess that's the thing. Was this an aberration, or is this, like Leon Draisaitl said, a legitimate step back? And as I said to Stan Bowman last week, convince me you're actually making up that step and moving forward. And he put a lot of it on the coaching again.
Yeah, absolutely. And is that most, I guess what would be the biggest part of your in using the word fascinating would be this coaching staff?
Oh, for big part of it, yeah. And then even just the goaltenders, and for sure. And McDavid's contract does factor into that, don't get me wrong.
Sure. Now, this is the first time that Stan Bowman has had some sort of cap flexibility, really.
Yeah.
In his tenure as an Oilers GM.
Yeah, I'm sure people have heard Stastny and Mukamadulin signed today, so a couple things out of the way.
Sure, yeah. But what is there?
Colton Dach's going to go to arbitration.
$6 million left to play with. Which,
yeah, it says 5.9. Then that could accrue to the sure. deadline and build up.
So, the biggest thing for me, and I mean, once again, I sound like a broken record, but there's so many unknowns, Reid. There's so many unknowns. Like, first question, I think the Oilers' goaltending is in a better situation now than it was at any point last year.
Well, probably just because Andersen is more of a proven commodity.
Sure. And he said it. I mean, he can't play night in, night out for long stretches. Okay, well, then somebody else is going to have to step up. Whether that's Tristan Jarry, whether that's Devin Levi, TBD. That's unknown. But they do have a bona fide number one goaltender.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, he's got a career save percentage of .913.
Right.
Like, he's legit.
He can play.
Okay.
He's been doing it a long time.
Is the Oilers' defense in a better situation now, or
I don't know.
To be determined?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Not
to
sure
be determined.
about that.
Don't know. The Oilers forward group. Are they done? Are they still looking for another addition to that? If the Oilers were to roll it out right now, what would that look like?
Well, I'm fascinated to see what Babcock does with the lines.
Sure.
Like, is it? Let me ask everybody this: is it a given that he puts Nugent Hopkins with McDavid and Hyman starting there? Does he leave that line together?
No, it's not a given.
I don't think I'm not sure that he will. He may put Nuge somewhere else. I think he leaves Hyman there.
I think so.
I think he might put Nuge somewhere else. And so I'm not saying I know what he's going to do or who he's going to put there. I'm just wondering if he thinks, okay, Nuge, you need to do something else.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Don't forget to go to rivercreeresort.com. Click on entertainment. Check out all their upcoming great shows, including David Lee Roth this Friday at 9. All right, our Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week is coming up. We'll get to some of your messages as well. Here comes the Coop.
The Oilers have signed restricted free agent Owen Michaels to a 2-year extension with $900,000 this season. In CFL news, day one, week 6 Elks injury report. Joe Robustelli, Royce Mechie, and Brett Boyko were limited at practice while Justin Pace was absent with a foot injury. In other news, Rogers has signed a deal to buy the remaining 25% stake in Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment from Kilmer Sports. The deal needs to have final approval But if made, Rogers would take full ownership of MLSE. From Seattle, the United States plays host to Belgium to see who takes on Spain in the quarterfinals. Kickoff goes at 6 o'clock. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays Giants open a 3-game series. Kevin Gausman up for Toronto, Landon Roop countering for San Francisco. Currently, the Yankees Rays are in action, runless, top of the second, and it's that same score between the Astros and Nationals, top of the first. This sports update is brought to you by Say the Reid Sport Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you've got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at saythereidsportmed.ca to book an appointment today. More on the Reid Wilkins Show following the break here on Edmonton Sports Talk. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
The EST Hangout.
To see the other nationalities, for example, like the Brazilian fans, unreal. The bar, the way they set it up, the way they dance, and their culture, they're outside, they're kicking the soccer ball with their kids, like just all those different cultures. It was unbelievable. And you mentioned England, those guys can party.
Oh yeah, they like to party.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences. Plus, all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom. And from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
Tonight on Will It Store? One man, 6 bikes, and all the winter decorations still boxed up in the garage. Don't be that guy. Make space for summer with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
Well, if you think we have fun on the show, you should hear us during the commercials. It's quite fun. How's everybody doing today? 780-218-9999 is how you text us, the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Give us a thumbs up, by the way, if you're watching on YouTube. We'd love to get to 100 thumbs every show for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's a nice threshold to get to 100. Second of all, it helps build the good old algorithm on YouTube, builds up Edmonton Sports Talk, helps recommend the station to people tuning in there on the, what is it called, the World Wide Web?
www.
on the old apps.
.net. Were you a part of the conversation where Benny said a .net website? Or he was asking, is it .net or .com? Like, is .net a thing?
Is that still a thing? .net. What does .net mean? How is .net different from .com?
.com stands for commercial and is the global standard for businesses, e-commerce, and general websites. Net just stands for network for some reason. I don't know. I don't know which websites use .net.
Are there still
anymore.
.nets anymore?
Well, there's .org.
What about .org?
Everything.
Yeah, when does .org?
Well, there's full like domains that you can buy. I don't know which platform or whatever you can get it through, but I always see weird commercials where it's like, do you want that domain? Go out and buy it. And it's like like teaching or something.
But .ca is Canadian, is it not?
.ca is Canadian.
Okay.
Yeah. But you can get separate domains like .teaching.
Oh,
like,
wow.
I don't know, fencing.teaching or something. It's weird. I don't understand how it
you
works.
can even I've heard on Beer of the Week, you can get .beer.
Oh,
as your
really?
website.
Yeah.
That's clever.
Yeah.
Well,
Speedtest.net is one. You can
Reid
check,
Wilkins .beer.
I could get reidwill.kins. reidwill.kins.
Is .kins a thing?
No, I'm just making it up.
Well, let's try.
I'm just making it up right now. Hope everybody is having a great afternoon. Portions of this hour presented by Commonwealth Stadium. Welcome to the jungle. It's time to come alive and get ready to be thunderstruck. These aren't just songs. They're the biggest concerts of the season. Guns N' Roses, Foo Fighters, AC/DC, and Post Malone all coming to Commonwealth. For more information on the biggest shows at Commonwealth Stadium, go to edmonton.ca/Commonwealth. All right. Good discussion there about Freddie Andersen. A lot of stuff swirling around the Edmonton Oilers, of course, and we'll keep you covered all summer long. So what else? Muka Madulin got a contract. Stastny got a contract, and they re-signed with Owen Michaels, who joined the Condors late, I think in April of last season. He's out of Western Michigan. So just some of the roster notes for the team. What did Nemec get in Calgary? You got a pretty good deal.
7.25 average annual
for 5
value.
years?
For 5 years, 5 seasons.
For
more than
seasons.
5
Okay.
seasons, actually. It's what? It would be 20 seasons. Well, I guess in the summer.
Oh my God, Coop.
Jeez.
Just don't confuse the host. That's one thing.
Rule number one.
I'm easily enough confused.
No,
we're not talking about fall and winter.
No, sports season 5.
Right, you got five hockey seasons. Thank you very much,
Yes.
Coop, for clarifying that. Smitty the Welder. Stop Rankin and you stop the Elks offense. Is it that simple? I mean, I get what you're saying, Smitty, but I could say stop Nathan Rourke, stop the Lions.
Yeah, he's the best player on the team. He still had 100 rushing or passing yards.
Right.
He led the Elks in receiving, so they didn't stop Justin Rankin. They stopped him from rushing.
They stopped him
the
on
ball.
running. He was not as explosive as at key times.
Right, but that's look. The Elks running game was not dynamic at all on Saturday. I mean, we've seen in Winnipeg they brought out this quick sweep to Justin Rankin to get him on the edge faster. Because in one-on-one read instances, you're not tackling him.
Right.
It's a by committee to get Justin Rankin down. Unless it's in the backfield where he is nowhere to move.
Right.
Get him to the edges, get him outside. Did we see a fly sweep at all on Saturday to a receiver coming through? There was just not until the second half anyways. I think one of the first plays of the second half, it was a swing pass to Javon Leake for 15, 16 yards. Right? It wasn't until the second half that they started saying, okay, they're killing us in the rushing game. Let's find a way to get our playmakers, a.k.a. Justin Rankin, the ball other ways. Swing pass, swing pass, swing pass. 20 yards, 15 yards, first down after first down.
They seem to take some more shots down the field.
Yep,
do you think that was because of BC's secondary?
Sure.
They thought they could exploit it?
Sure. And they were not open by any stretch of the imagination. Cody Fajardo was just putting it up there and saying, athletes, go be athletes.
Right.
I mean, that's why there was so much frustration on that interception in the second half early to Kion Julian Grant because he gave up on the route.
Right.
Whereas Cody, he threw that ball 2 or 3 times already in that game, 2 to Austin Mack and 2 receptions to Austin Mack. So go up and get the ball. He's putting it up there. You have a height advantage on these defensive backs. So I like to see that. I really did like to see them pushing the ball down the field. I think the Elks will now, I don't know if realize is kind of a sad way to have to say it, but yeah, you have to be dynamic in getting Justin Rankin the ball. Find ways, because he's really good when he has it in his hands. Find ways.
Yeah, I know there's still a lot of discussion about the
screen pass in that game.
No, there wasn't. There's still a lot of discussion about the play calling. I mean, I get it. The short passes work. The slants generally work. Running 4 yards and turning around and facing your quarterback generally work. But I still feel they need to, if you're going to me in the CFL, if you're going to run short passes, you need to hit a receiver who is in motion.
Yes.
Not
Great point.
not stationary players. And I remember somebody said to me once about Anthony Calvillo in the Alouettes' heyday. He said, when the Alouettes stretch a defense, they stretch a defense horizontally. Everybody thinks about stretching a defense. He goes, they stretch it horizontally. And I remember Montreal would call those wide receiver screens. Calvillo would snap it. He'd throw it 40 yards straight sideways. You might get 3 or 4 yards, but they're bringing everybody out.
Good point.
And then later in the game, there's seams everywhere for him to pick them apart. Like, are the Elks doing things... Are the Elks doing things to set up other things, I guess is my question? Or is that not something that you need to overly focus on?
No, you should, especially if things aren't going your way. Like that, did you see play action off of that Justin Rankin draw action? No. Like that's the kind of, I guess, the frustration is there really is no, you can tell what the Elks are going to do pretty effectively. Like they run on first downs a lot. They don't stretch the field on first down. And when it's working, that's great. You get like against Winnipeg, they got themselves into second and short a lot, which opens up the playbook so much more.
Right.
But I think they need to be a little bit more risky, maybe on first downs, instead of just doing the same mundane, same draw play up the middle, snuffed out. Now you're in second and long. That's as good as a sack. Right? They have the plays, Reid. They're there. We've seen them. We've seen some drives where they are, wow, where did this offense come from? Right? You've seen instances where they're in a 2nd and 20 situation. They dump it off to Justin Rankin. He gets 40.
Right.
So they're there. I just think there needs to be some more creativity.
Right.
And risk is maybe not the right word, but the ability to say, okay, we're going to take a little bit of a chance here or a shot and hopefully catch them off, catch the defense sleeping, so to speak.
We are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. The wing flavor of the month at the Canadian Brewhouse is another good one. It is mango jalapeno, flame-grilled wings tossed in a bold mango jalapeno glaze that brings the perfect balance of sweet heat. We got buying or selling for Damon Bunting coming up. Our Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week goes to Harry Ainley. Here's the 5 o'clock break.
2 guys and a
I think
goalie.
there's something there. He's 24 right now, going through the pitfalls, the highs and lows of the American League and trying to get to the NHL. And he's got a fresh start now. That's a cool thing for a guy to have. And we'll see how it goes. It might work, it might not. But I did like the fact that they went and got Devin Levi.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Kickoff is coming. Are you in? July 9th. Elks, Red Blacks at Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. It's Salute to Service presented by YEG Plus. Come early for a pregame flyover and help us celebrate the heroes and first responders who make our communities great. Every catch, every tackle, every touchdown. The best way to experience it is being there when it happens. Edmonton Elks. Our city, our year. Get your tickets now at goelks.com/tickets.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
Get ready for another iconic evening of Canadian rock as the River Cree Resort and Casino presents Streetheart and Lee Aaron.
What kind of love is this?
On July 30th, get ready for a fist-pumping, anthem-filled show featuring two of the best acts to ever do it. Streetheart and Lee Aaron, July 30th at River Cree Resort and Casino. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
Sentinel Storage congratulates Canada Soccer's men's national team for breaking new records, making history, and showing us Canada is a soccer nation. From local fields to the world stage, our athletes make us proud to call Canada home. Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of Canada Soccer.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
The Oilers have signed restricted free agent Owen Michaels to a 2-year extension worth $900,000 per season. To the CFL Day 1 Week 6 Elks injury report, Joe Robustelli, Royce Mechie, and Brett Boyko were limited at practice while Justin Pace was absent with a foot injury. In other news, Rogers, they've signed a deal to buy the remaining 25% stake in Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment from Gilmore Sports. The deal needs final approval, but if made, Rogers would take full ownership of MLSE. From Seattle, the United States, they play host to Belgium to see who takes on Spain in the quarterfinals. Kickoff goes at 6 o'clock tonight. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays Giants open a 3-game series just before 8 o'clock. It's Kevin Gausman on the bump for Toronto, Landon Roop countering for San Francisco. Currently midway through the third, Yankees raise their runless in top of the second. It's a 1-1 tie between the Astros and the Nationals. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The third and final hour of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. We got the Elks home to the Ottawa Redblacks Thursday at 7 at Commonwealth Stadium. We will have the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show at 6 p.m. with the Wannock and Milne. They're on after the game as well for the post-game show. Tomorrow, the Mark Killam show at 5 o'clock. We have the Elks head coach on every Tuesday at 5 throughout the course of the season. We will not have a show on Wednesday because we have our EST Golf Classic, and we're going to be golfing at the ranch, which will be a fun day.
Can't wait.
It'll be good. I have not golfed this year. I have not swung a club, except in my imagination. And even in my imagination, I missed most of the shots. Hey, Reid, visualize this shot. I am 40 yards to the right. I pushed it.
Buddy, I'm just hoping I can get my drives in.
I just want to have a good time. Well, I'll have a good time.
I think we'll have a good time.
I just want to hit a couple good shots. Usually on a par 3, I'm good for a solid tee shot. Even if it's not used, I can usually stick one 15 to 20 feet away. It's if there's 4 or 5 par 3s. Yeah, like I would say my 6, 7, 8 irons are my best clubs. Yes. So, if you get a par 3 where I can hit a 7 iron, I might hit a decent one, or at least hit the middle of the green. Where we're putting.
I don't know why. I'll have one second shot on a par 5 that is just stuffed right onto the green.
Oh, see,
I'm good for one of those.
I've never had an eagle putt in my life with my own ball. Never.
Oh, really?
No, I don't hit far enough.
I've had 88.
And how many eagles have you made?
22.
Really?
No.
You keep track?
No,
he's looking on his phone.
Completely fabricated that.
Well, that's good. You can hit it that. Power golf is not my thing. I got to try to keep it in play.
I can control my 5 iron. So if
I'm okay with my 5.
180, 190 out, say 190 would probably be.
But on a par 5 like that, I'm not that close on a par. Now tomorrow when you're
Wednesday,
playing with real golfers, we might have a chance.
Hopefully you have a swinger.
He's got an upside down pineapple on his bag. We have buying or selling for Damon Bunting, who was kind enough to take us to the Stingers game yesterday. Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle of Damon Bunting Real Estate. First of all, I have to do a solid for my friend and colleague, Ben Thompson. The Ninjas have is this a playoff game tonight?
Yeah.
Is this the Edmonton Ball Hockey Association?
The 3-13 team is won one game to move on in the play-in, and now they'll face the best team one of the best teams in the country.
Is this the EBHA? Is that the name of the league? Edmonton Ball Hockey Association, or is the EBL?
It's
EBHA. Anyway, it's the EBHA.
EBHA.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Or is it EBHA?
Here's the lineup for the Ninjas tonight. Up front, we got a Stapchuk between C and Gallo.
Help!
Spofford between Aston and Gallo. It's a different Gallo. It sounds like a Name the Animal sound. Young centering Greenway and Thompson.
Yeehaw!
That's our Ben Thompson. On defense, Lajoie with Sedonic.
Come now!
The next defensive pairing is Leslie with Leslie.
Help!
I think those are different people. Shelton, the 5th D.
Boo boo.
and number, what number is he? They got purple on black.
Big save, Dave.
LaRoche, 47 LaRoche in net.
Big save, Dave.
Is this name Dave?
It is now.
Dave LaRoche.
It is Dave.
It is Dave, I think. Yeah.
Who's Shelley? Dave. Which one is Shelley?
Shelley is somebody who got injured in the play.
But is he one of these guys?
Even, I think.
Is that a first name or a last name?
Yeah, that's past my pay grade. I don't know.
Okay.
I think it's a last name.
Big game for the Ninjas tonight.
You know, hockey nicknames, Reid, they take. Like, they would call you Wilkie.
They probably would.
They'd probably call Jay Milner or Milne.
Well, do I call you Milner or Milno? I'll call you Milno.
Milno.
Has anybody ever called you Milno before?
Nope.
Milne?
Nope.
Just Milner. Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason I call you Milno.
And you're Wilkie.
Yeah, but you don't call me that.
I call you Riedrich.
If I do have a nickname around the office, it's Riedrich. Which I don't know. My Uncle Danny used to call me that when I was a lad.
Danny Tanner?
No.
Oh, shucks.
No, that's not my uncle.
That would have been pretty cool.
Who else? I guess some people just call me Rito.
Regis? Josh Clausen.
Josh Clausen called me Regis. Yeah. That's just pretty funny. I've never really had a nickname that stuck. Well, I mean, I get called a lot of names. But,
Well, I'm Glue Guy, too.
Right.
Gigi?
But no one really... I guess Dustin sometimes says, hey, Glue Guy. I don't know if anybody else really says that.
Dusty, I think that's all he calls me.
Yeah, because I think he tried really hard to give you that nickname.
Yeah.
Well, he tried well enough because people say it. I call you Glue Guy sometimes.
Yeah, I like it.
guess.
It's a badge of
people
honor.
mix it in a little bit.
It is good.
Something different, right?
Could be Goop Guy. That would suck.
Yeah. You don't want to be Goop.
Nobody
or
wants to
Goob
be Goop Guy.
from Meet the Robinsons. You remember that movie?
I do not.
Just me? All right. I'm sure somebody out there is like, yes, I remember that movie. Wait, the niche reference.
So yesterday, I signed up for my fringe volunteer shifts. This is part of my buying or selling.
Oh, fun.
I'm going off sports here, which I know is going to freak some people out. By the way, give us a thumbs up on YouTube. We need like 20 thumbs to get to 100 for the show. So if you have not already clicked, get in there and click ASAP. So the fringe volunteers get to do self-scheduling, right? So you're accepted as a volunteer, and then at some point you go online and you can schedule your shifts. First come, first serve, right? But it can be a little frustrating because here's what they did. Last weekend, they sent out an email saying, hey, a reminder, here are some things that are going to happen between now and the fringe. Really well-written email, laid everything out. Like, you're going to have to do an online orientation. You can sign up later in July. You're going to have to do a 1 hour, 90-minute like classroom orientation for box office, which is I'm doing to get back into the groove. You'll be able to schedule that later in July. Your actual shifts that you're going to work at the fringe, and you have to work a minimum of 4. They're about 4 hours each. You can start scheduling on July 5th. You will get another email telling you when this is going to happen. Okay? So
So July 5th being yesterday.
Yesterday.
You're waiting for an email to say, okay, when does
here's
this
the
open
thing.
up?
And the shifts go quickly. Like
Sure.
I've had years where I wasn't in till later that day or the next day. And it's like, well, I guess I'm doing 8 to midnight shifts. You know, like they go quick.
What's the most coveted shift?
Well, it depends on the person, I guess.
What would you covet? Like, what do you like to get?
Probably either kind of the 10 to 2 or the 1 to 5.
Sure. Because then you can...
Ish. Then you got your evening.
Sure.
And as you know, I'm going to be off work most of that time. So I'm thinking, I wonder when the email is going to come. So I woke up yesterday morning just after 8, grabbed my phone, checked my email. At 7:36, there's an email from the Fringe. I'm like, oh, great. You can now go schedule your shifts, everybody. So I get up, go to my laptop, schedule my shifts. I text a friend that I've known. Well, we became friends through volunteering at the Fringe together, and that's usually the one time a year we see each other now is at the Fringe. So I text and I say, hey, I'm scheduling. And then she writes me back like at 10:30, and she's like, I just went in, like there's hardly any shifts left to pick. So I love the Fringe, but maybe someone from the Fringe will hear this, and maybe they've considered this. Maybe they've gotten this feedback. I would prefer if they sent out an email saying, hey, it opens today at 11. Here's how you get in. Like send an email at 8 in the morning saying at 11 you can start scheduling. As opposed to sending out an email at 7:36 saying, hey, go in and schedule now, everybody.
7:36 a.m. on a Sunday.
I think that's kind of inconvenient. Now, I guess there's always going to be a scramble for shifts. You could still miss it, but I guess they said July 5th, but like when on July 5th? 12:01?
Right.
Is it going to open like...
Well, and that they said there will be another email with more information.
Well, no, I think they just said you'll get an email to schedule on July 5th. I can't remember.
Okay. Now,
but still, I don't know. I'm probably nitpicking. I'm being a little complainy.
No, you're a volunteer. I mean, you're offering advice or constructive criticism,
right?
Moving forward. Now, the real question is, did you get the shifts you wanted?
I'm pretty happy with my shifts. Yes, I am. Because I was in pretty early.
Right.
But I could see them because when you go to click on a shift, it tells you how many spots are available. So the first couple of shifts I clicked on, it was like, 4 of 4 still available. And then I was scheduling the last two. It's like, 2 of 4 spots.
So
still
they were
available.
going.
They were going. Other people were obviously getting in. Probably got up around 8 like I did, and away they went.
Why is there such a demand to volunteer for this? Like, usually events have a hard time finding volunteers.
Okay.
Why in the Fringe? Why in this case are people tripping over themselves to?
Well, I think people like volunteering,
but like
the Fringe is a pretty big festival. You do get a voucher for a show out of every shift. Yeah.
Okay.
So you'll get 4 free shows out of it.
But still, 4 hours of your time.
Well, I like being there. I like knowing that I'm helping, and I think I think especially for box office, they need fewer volunteers than they used to because a lot of people get digital tickets on their phone.
Right.
So probably the opportunities to volunteer have decreased, at least in that discipline, so to speak.
Got a limerick from a Tief.
Uh-oh.
Now, this came in text, and it looks very long.
Okay.
So forgive me. Forgive me, Atif. Atif was here, and he sent in a limerick about going up the stairs. Here.
Oh, wow, okay.
Up the stairs on my bum, such a sight. A cardio challenge, quite tight. At the top, what a thrill. In studio still, with Reid, Jay, and Maddie, and Zach, pure delight. At the top, what a thrill. In the studio still.
Right.
With Reid, Jay, Maddie, and Zach, pure delight.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yes.
Pretty good. What were the first 2 lines? First to the rhyming?
Up the stairs on my bum, such a sight.
Sight, okay, sight.
A cardio challenge, quite tight.
Tight, and then, okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. He's getting better.
Secondary limerick from Atif.
Oh, he got 2.
It's actually 2 limericks.
2 for the price of 1.
El Prez drove me, oh, what a kind deed, to the laughter and fun. Yes, indeed. So if you feel bold, take the stairs, truth be told, for a workout that's sure to succeed.
Oh, pretty good. All right, tying in his afternoon. That was good.
Well, and bonus points to El Prez for driving.
Yeah, it was good to see those guys.
Good for you.
We're going to have a guest coming up on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. Yes, our Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week is next. But first, the Coupe.
The Oilers have signed restricted free agent Owen Michaels to a 2-year extension worth $900,000 annually. Into the CFL, the Elks Day 1 Week 6 injury report. Joe Robustelli, Royce Mechie, and Brett Boyko were limited at practice, while Justin Pace was absent with a foot injury. In other news, Rogers has signed a deal to buy the remaining 25% stake in Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment from Kilmer Sports. The deal needs final approval, but if made, Rogers would take full ownership of MLSE. From Seattle, the United States, they play host to Belgium to see who takes on Spain in the quarterfinals. Kickoff scheduled for 6 o'clock. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays-Giants matchup just before 8 o'clock to kick off a 3-game series. Kevin Gausman on the hill for Toronto. Landon Roop countering for San Francisco. And currently, a trio of games are live. Yankees, Rays still runless. Now midway through the fourth, while the Astros have taken a 4-1 lead over the Nationals, top of the third. Bottom first between the Mets and Braves. It's zeros across the board. This sports update is brought to you by the Ranch Golf Club. The Ranch Golf Club delivers premier conditions, top-notch service, and unmatched value every round. It's why they're Alberta's top choice for corporate golf events. Visit theranchgolf.com to book a tee time today. On the other side of the break, the Athlete of the Week, Pasta Pantry, here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
The Oil Stream.
I don't think there's a team in the league that's got a better group of young talent that secured at that price. Well, there isn't a team. It's the Montreal Canadiens. I think this does lead to a conversation on, is this what you do now?
I think so.
You give these guys coming out of their first deal $9 million, so you don't have to worry about somebody trying to snag them and screw you over and pay them $18
million. The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
It's the weekend. The sun is out, and everyone, yes, even the kids, are bored. Bring them to the Canadian Brewhouse. Our patios have games to keep the whole family going. Rooftop views, real turf to run around on, and misters for when the summer gets serious. Oh, and we've still got the game on. Always. All day, all weekend, all summer. The Canadian Brewhouse. Canada's best patios.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences. Plus, all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom. And from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know. Hope you're having a great afternoon. Spain beating Portugal earlier today in about half an hour. It is the United States with a full lineup up against Belgium. And a couple more games tomorrow. There are no matches on Wednesday. We're going to have a soccerless day for the first time in almost a month.
What?
Yeah. Well, we're going to be golfing, though, so we'll be fine. EST.
Thank goodness.
Golf Classic. And then...
What's that?
What, Wannick? Oh, Wannick paid off FIFA. He called the Infantino. And can people still come to the Nasty Bash, Wannick? Not full? So if you want to come to the Nasty Bash, which is our annual, what do we call it? It's our annual summer party.
Sure.
Our annual gathering. It's the event at which EST was born, I guess, back in 2023. You were at that one? I was not at that one. This will be the 4th annual Nasty Bash. It is Saturday.
What? I wasn't.
It is Saturday, July 25th.
No, at that was
St.
before.
Albert Rugby Club.
Yeah.
And it is free to get in, but it is limited space. So if you want to come, send Matthew an email, rsvp@edmontonsportstalk.com. Okay? Then you can come, have a good time, hang out, have beverages, have food, have great company, and it's always fun.
This text came in from an unnamed text store. The 250 number out of BC, it would appear.
Oh, fascinating.
When I was a single guy in my mid-20s, volunteering at the beer tent was awesome.
Oh, nice.
I'm sure it would still be a blast. So you can volunteer at the
beer tent? I could do beer tent. I did info the first few years I volunteered at the Fringe. I like doing box office better.
Why?
There's just kind of more to do. There's more interaction. A lot of the interactions at info were either too short or too long, if you know what I mean. Hey, where's the bathroom? Right over there. Thanks. Or, look, you're not supposed to complain, but I'm in a different everyday role than most Fringe volunteers. This was the word. It's 6:50 p.m. Group of 4 people come up to you. Hey, did any shows start at 7? Yeah, quite a few, actually. Like, is there anything you want to have in mind? Well, can you show me some shows in the program? Yeah, like, do you want a comedy or a drama? Well, just what's good. Well, I haven't seen all the shows. Well, I thought you were a volunteer. I am a volunteer. I haven't seen all the shows. Okay, let's look at I said, do we want to zero in on something? He's like, no, just take us through the shows. Okay. So I would go to the program, find 7 p.m. All right, here's show number 1. Let's read more about it. No, I don't like that one. And usually they'd get 5 or 6 shows in and realize, oh, this is not the way to pick a show. And then, but like, you kind of have, like, I hated those people, Jay. I really did.
Well, yes, that's.
Do you understand why you would have hated those people? Like okay, 6 o'clock, you're looking for a 7 o'clock show? Maybe, right? That's fine.
Yeah.
6:50, 6:45, looking for a 7 o'clock show and wanting to flip through the program?
You know what I would have started to do then? Is just have one ready to go. You're like, yep, it's over here. It's at that Arts Barn, stage 2.
Yeah, but you don't always know that's going to happen exactly for what timing. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
It could be.
Well, then the other thing you could do is just throw the schedule at them.
I could just be like, yeah, here's the
program. And then hiss.
Yeah, I could have. I felt like doing that sometimes.
Why not?
So I like box, because you can usually, if someone's buying tickets to a lot of shows, or you can tell they're going to a lot of shows, you have time to say, oh, hey, what else have you seen? And they might chat with you or whatever. But at info, it was a lot of just like, where's this venue? It's over there. Keep going. Or where's this venue? It's in the French Quarter, and your show starts in 3 minutes. You're probably not going to make it. Yeah. So, anyway.
That's great that you volunteer, though.
I love doing it. It's really the only thing I volunteer at. So I guess I could do more. But I do work full-time, allegedly.
Allegedly.
But I was trying to figure out how many years now I've volunteered at the Fringe. I think this is year 10. But I haven't done it 10 straight years.
Right.
So I think maybe it's either the 10th or the 11th year. It's nice. I like being on the Fringe site. You get the little extra benefit of the vouchers for the shows. It's just a good vibe. It's a good time
when
off.
Does the schedule come out? Schedule release date.
For all the shows, I think later in July.
That's a big day.
Yeah, because usually we get the program early August.
That's a big day for you.
Well, once I get my program, we get free programs if you're a volunteer.
Do you know of any headliners this year or any information?
Don't. I haven't looked. I know what I want to see. I mean, there's the woman who does all the hand puppet stuff. I've told you about her.
We should get her on the show.
Ingrid Hansen. We should get her on the show. She has a character named Baby Tyler. If she did Baby Tyler here, that'd be incredible.
Okay, let's do it.
You would lose your mind.
I love it.
You would lose your mind. Well, some would allege that you already have. We're hoping to connect with our Pass the Pantry athlete. I guess, Coob, worst case scenario, we might have to push to tomorrow if they can't connect. But let me know what's going on. But we would like to do, preferably we would do it today.
Do you want to do it by phone?
Well, whatever is easier for them, I think, at this point. So we'll figure that out. Give us a thumbs up on YouTube if you have not done so already. We want to get to at least 100 thumbs. We are 15 thumbs away. So give us a click if you have not already done so. Yes, I'll play the song. I'll play the song one more time.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
Okay. Are we getting our athlete of the week? All right, well, we'll see it. Coob's doing all
on it. He's
Coob's
the man.
doing all the technical stuff. Now, on Thursday, you and I, for this show, are at Commonwealth Stadium.
Correct.
And then you're staying there with Matt, and then I'm staying there to go to the game.
Yeah.
Against the Ottawa Red Blacks. So
are you going to go to the tailgate in between, or you just?
I'll probably stop because I'll probably walk to my parents and then walk back with my parents.
That's great.
Yeah, it'll be pretty good.
I'd like to go to the tailgate,
but you got to do pregame.
Yeah,
which is fine.
That's fine.
You're perfectly
I will
fine.
say, being at the game is just so much better than last year at home games. We were still here in studio.
Yeah, so you're just watching on TV.
But thanks to the partnership with Commonwealth Stadium, we're on site. You hear the sights and sounds. It's just so much better.
Oh, big time.
Ran into you. Can go visit you.
Yeah, you came and visited me in the pouring rain during the home opener against Montreal.
Yep.
I was sitting
there
by
in the
myself
rain
in
like
the
a
rain.
psycho.
Well, what else was I going to do?
Move.
Why?
Get under cover.
I was in rain gear. I was rain geared up.
Oh, Reid.
I was perfectly comfortable.
Yeah.
What's going to happen? So it rains on me. Big deal.
Yeah, it's fine, but
I know I must have looked like a weirdo.
It's just a weird move.
I know I must have looked like a weirdo, but that's fine. Sometimes some people would argue I look like a weirdo all the time or behave like a weirdo.
I think we're going to do the Pass the Pantry athlete.
Dude, what's happening? All right, Pass the Pantry athlete of the week. Pass the Pantry for over 30 years in Sherwood Park. Pass the Pantry serving hot, delicious comfort food made right in their kitchen. They do it fast so you can slow down. Family at Pass the Pantry. When you go there, you're one of the family. Check them out in Sherwood Park, your home of the pregame meal. And our Pass the Pantry athlete of the week is Ava Walchuk. Ava, how are you doing? It's Reid and Jay.
I'm good. How are you?
Doing very great. I'm doing very great. I'm doing very well. Thanks a lot for joining us. What grade are you in or going into?
I'm going to grade 11.
And what school do you attend?
Harry Ainley High School.
Now, if you are an athlete at Harry Ainley, tell me honestly, does that not come with some prestige and perhaps even swagger, given that school's athletic history?
Yeah.
So now you're a multi-sport athlete. How many sports do you play, or do you, I guess, participate in?
Well, I play volleyball and I do triathlons, and then during school time I do track in the summer. Okay,
so volleyball, from what I can see, you also play club volleyball with the Park Girls Volleyball Club.
Yes.
What drew you to volleyball? When did you fall in love with the game of volleyball?
I would say it was grade 6, and I was going into junior high, and my goal was to try out for the volleyball team. And I went to a couple camps, and I just really fell in love with the sport, just had like such a passion for it, and I still do. I just really enjoy playing volleyball.
So you also mentioned that you compete in triathlons. This is, to me, incredible, because the thought of running, biking, and swimming all in one day, honestly, I don't think I could do it. But for you, where did that happen? What brought you into wanting to compete in triathlons?
Well, I wanted to do some cross training for volleyball, and we were looking online for some things to do, and triathlon popped up, and I was like, well, like, what's that? And it's like you swim, you bike, you run. So it's like 3 different sports, right? And I already had a bit of a running background. So doing 3 like new sports, that would be great, like conditioning. So I thought, why not? So about 3 years ago is when I did my first race. And ever since then, I've just really, like volleyball, just fell in love with it. And enjoy doing it.
So you train with the Edmonton Triathlon Academy, and where are events? Like, does this take you across Alberta, across Western Canada, or is it mostly just here in Edmonton?
It's mostly like around Alberta, like Calgary, Red Deer, Edmonton, Stettler, Drayton Valley, like, you know.
So of the 3 disciplines, like I said, I don't think I could swim across the street, but I could stay afloat. So running, you say you have a running background, so I would assume it's not your hardest, I guess, part of a triathlon. Of the 3 disciplines, which one, rank them in order from I really appreciate it to this one's going to be tough?
Well, definitely the running is my favorite. And second would be the bike. But I feel like this is the same with a lot of people. Swimming is probably my least favorite.
So where would you, like, give me an idea of where a course would be in Edmonton? Like, I think at one point, was it the World Triathlon Championship was here?
They've been here, yeah.
And it was in Horlack Park. So is that something, like, would you guys duplicate that track setup that was here for the Worlds?
Yeah. Open water, or like you go lane swimming like in a pool. So you usually swim inside and then you go outside for biking and running.
So I wanted to let you know, and I know, and this is just, I've been talking with your mom over email. She sounds like a lovely person. But I wanted to share something that she said about you in her email. So what makes Ava especially deserving of recognition is not just her athletic ability, but the disciplined character and dedication she brings to everything she does. She balances high-level competition in several sports while maintaining honor roll standing in the classroom. While she is the daughter of Olympic medalist and world champion curler Dawn Walchuk, Ava is carving out an impressive path of her own, making her one of those rare athletes who can truly compete at a high level across multiple sports. What does it mean to you to have your mom say something like that?
Well, it's really great to know that I have that kind of support and compassion throughout my sports with both my parents.
All right. Well, I mean, I've seen your dad curl a lot over the years. So, I mean, what's it like having an accomplished athlete like him as a father?
Well, it definitely sets a standard, you know. I'm not planning. Well, it would be nice to go to the Olympics one day, but that's a pretty high standard. But, you know, because he used to curl, so I got into curling, but, you know, wasn't a very good coach. So I do triathlon and volleyball now.
Okay. Awesome stuff.
Do you have like memories from, I mean, your dad has won the World Curling Championships. He was in the 2002 Olympic Games. You know, the Brier, several Brier. Like, do you have memories of that as a young child going with your family to go to these different events that your dad was competing in?
Well, not really, because I wasn't born yet.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess that's true. Wow. Well, I guess how can you? You'll have to go to YouTube for the video then, Ava.
Yeah.
Well, Ava, this is fantastic. Keep doing what you're doing. You're incredibly well-spoken. The bright future for sure for you. And it's, you know, it's great to hear that you're, as much as you're excelling in sports, you're also excelling in the academic side of things. That is a powerful combination. So as the Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week, you have won a $25 gift certificate to the Pasta Pantry out in Sherwood Park, as well as a custom Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week hat, which you can get when you go visit Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park. And when you're there, make sure you ask for Nathan, the owner. He loves to spoil the athletes of the week. So congrats, Ava Walchuk, the Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week.
Thank you so much.
All right. And have a great summer. We'll be watching you. And that's one of those names, Reid, that we keep.
That's awesome.
You know, we do this segment over and over again. And you're saying to yourself,
you never know.
You know what? I'm going to remember that name because there's been so many kids on here that have, I mean, we've talked about it recently. Keaton Veerhoff was drafted 9th overall to the San Jose Sharks.
Anybody that does triathlon, I'm in awe of.
Yes.
Yeah, Ava's great. We'll be in grade 11 at Harry Ainley in the fall. Volleyball is like my one of my favorite sports I don't get to talk about as much, so I'm glad that she's a great volleyball player. If you would like to nominate Past the Pantry Athlete of the Week, and she was nominated, email either j@edmontonsportstalk.com, reid@edmontonsportstalk.com, or go on to the Edmonton Sports Talk website, scroll down, you'll see a submission form. I think they actually go to Dustin and Matt, those ones.
Yeah, they forward them on.
They send them to us and say, hey, here's someone cool to talk to, which is absolutely great. We're in the Canadian Brewhouse studio, of course. Good day, bad day, either way, happy hour is on at the Canadian Brewhouse Monday to Saturday, 2 to 6 p.m. Deals starting at $3.99. The Canadian Brewhouse, your day just got happier. Will my day get happier? We'll find out, because Words of the Day for EPL is next.
The Oilers have inked free agent Owen Michaels to a 2-year extension worth $900,000 per season. In the CFL Day 1 Week 6 Elks injury report, Joe Robustelli, Royce Metier, and Brett Boyko were limited at practice, while Justin Pace was absent with a foot injury. The Elks, they're back in action Thursday at home to the Red Blacks. In other news, Rogers, they've signed a deal to buy the remaining 25% stake in Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment from Kilmer Sports. The deal needs final approval, but if made, Rogers would take full ownership of MLSE. From Seattle, it's the United States playing host to Belgium to see who takes on Spain in the quarterfinals. Kickoff goes at 6 tonight. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays-Giants matchup in a 3-game series with first pitch just before 8 o'clock. It's Kevin Gausman, the starting pitcher for Toronto. Landon Roop countering for San Francisco, and currently there's 4 games live. Top of the 5th, Yankees taking a 3-0 lead on the Rays. End of the 3rd, it's a 6-6 game between the Astros and the Nationals in bottom 2nd. The Braves are down by 1 to the Mets. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since '93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, they have plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. Words of the day for the Edmonton Public Library. Next up on the Reid Wilkins Show, I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
EST Afternoons.
Patrick will ask you, is Pat Verbeek weighing his options? Is he automatically going to match this? Well, what's going on with the little ball of hate?
It's definitely a steep price by design from Danny Briere. Kind of boils down to, is Leo Carlsson worth $18 million a year? Probably not. Is he worth 4 first-round picks? Probably not. I would say it's more likely than not that he'll match.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Get ready for another iconic evening of Canadian rock as the River Cree Resort and Casino presents Streetheart and Lee Aaron. On July 30th, get ready for a fist-pumping, anthem-filled show featuring 2 of the best acts to ever do it. Streetheart and Lee Aaron, July 30th at River Cree Resort and Casino. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching the button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. Now, Jason Milne.
Yes.
If someone were to go to EST Specials on the Play Alberta app or playalberta.ca, what might they see there?
Oh, it's funny you should ask, Reid. Here's what they'll see there. They'll see Jay's play of the day, the USA to win over Belgium, and for Laren Balogun, the big bad Balogun, to score a goal that's been boosted to plus 365. As well, bonus play of the day. Jay's bonus play of the day is Norway to reach the World Cup final.
So 2 more wins.
Yes, that has been boosted to plus 530. Both of those are available at playalberta.ca. Click on sports, click on EST Specials.
You're a bold man. All right.
I live on the edge, Reid.
Well, why wouldn't you?
If you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much space.
Yeah.
No fear.
They'll sell you the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
No fear. Do you remember No Fear? Have we had this
because you
conversation?
talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
That's mainly
I want to
why
get a No
remember it.
Fear shirt.
I don't think I wore any other stuff. Surprise, surprise. It's probably wearing a Spider-Man shirt.
Probably.
Or a Def Leppard shirt, as I am today. We are 9 thumbs away from 100. If you're watching on YouTube or if you're on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, and you can bounce into YouTube quickly, then give us that thumbs up. You can also click the share button.
Do you believe in life after love?
And send the show link off to somebody else, get them involved, and tell them to click the thumbs up. We're going to do words of the day for the Edmonton Public Library. Now, we've been telling you about their big escape room adventure coming up, epl.ca/locked library, to find out more about that. I also want to tell you, Sunday, July 19th at K-Days, you get in free with your Edmonton Public Library card.
Wow.
What a deal.
What a deal.
So free admittance to K-Days Sunday, July 19th if you show your EPL card. It's almost K-Days already. Where is the summer going?
Oh, I took a picture of Klondike Mike last night after we left the Stingers game.
Oh, congratulations.
He's still there. He's still mining.
He's still mining away. Yeah. Well, because somebody was asking if he was still there. Is the big yellow slide still there? I think it is.
'Tis not.
Oh, that's sad.
I don't know. I didn't.
Now, time to leave Edmonton, everybody. All right. Words of the day for the Edmonton Public Library.
The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it? Then you know what I'm saying.
All right. First word of the day, casein.
Casein?
Yeah, good luck spelling this one, brah.
Casein. Wow, this is something. I'm having trouble even. All right, I'm just going to take a stab at it. K-E-S-E-N-E. Was I even remotely close?
No.
Holy crap.
How'd you spell K-A-S?
K-E-S-E-N-E.
No.
Okay.
C-A-S-E-I-N.
Say that slower.
C-A-S-E-I-N.
Well, I had the right idea.
Casein.
6 letters. Casein.
Casein.
Is this a mathematical word? No, I need a sentence then.
Whey and casein have been cited for their role in fighting tooth decay.
It's something that's used in the combativeness of tooth decay. It's is it a fiber? Some sort of a fiber?
No,
I don't know.
It's the primary protein found in milk.
Oh,
Casein.
wow. Okay. The primary protein found in milk. I am now more learned than I was 2 minutes ago. That's tough. Did you know that word?
No.
Okay. Well, I don't know. You know a lot of stuff.
No, that I had to triple check how to pronounce it. It looks like casein.
Okay.
Second word of the day, aperture. Aperture.
Oh, I just can't remember. Oh, crap. A-P-E-R-T-U-R-E. And the aperture is, I believe it's the part of the camera that determines how much light is let in. I feel like I should have celebrated harder than that.
A small and often narrow opening, especially one that allows light into a camera.
So I didn't really specify that it's a small opening, but I specified it's an opening that allows light into a camera.
You're good.
Yeah.
After casing.
Because I think with sometimes you say I got to adjust the aperture.
Right.
Which means you got to let more or less light in.
Right. I say that all the time.
You know where you should always let light into, Jay?
Your soul.
Your heart.
Yep.
See? That's why
It's
we're
a
on.
dark place.
That's why we're on the same page. All right. We got to go. Mark Killam tomorrow.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. On behalf of Zachary Kubish and Jason Milne, the glue guy, I'm Reid Wilkins. Enjoy USA, Belgium. Have a good evening.